Donuts has brought back its online nationwide delivery service due to higher customer demand. The Nottingham-based donut specialist has teamed up with two local companies, courier delivery service Legion Express and print and packaging firm Print4 LT, to help create a reliable shipping option. We ended our delivery service to focus on getting the flavours and fittings spot on for a big relaunch, but since then we've been inundated with messages from a huge number of customers to bring it back, commented Donuts co-founder Wade Smith. The company, which runs a chain of 8 stores across the Midlands, including locations in Nottingham, Derby, South Normanton, Lincoln and Cannock, noted the need to adapt some of its existing range for delivery purposes. After many weeks of trial and error exploring new delivery box designs and putting the transportation of our donuts to the test, we've now launched our new and improved delivery service. Some of our classic flavours weren't suitable for shipping due to them being loaded with toppings that won't stay in place in the post, so we created stuffed versions of 6 classic flavours that have been loved since day one to create the brand new Superfilled Classics box. Suitable for vegans or vegetarians, the Superfilled Classic box contains a mix of 6 different donuts flavours, including cherry bakewell, scoffit, which is biscuit themed, birthday cake, thicker than a sticker, weekend billionaire, and lemon rye. We reinvented these fan favourites so that they are able to travel in one piece while still bursting at the seams with filling. This box joins our wider range of dipped, dusted and deep-filled donuts that are made in Nottingham and delivered nationwide. Other half a dozen donut boxes available for purchase via the Donuts website include the vegan-friendly Biscuit Bonanza, the Chocolate Lovers, the Standard Classics, the Premium Classics and the Build Your Own box. There are also the Big Boy Donuts, 8-inch diameter supersized donuts that can serve up to 8 people. Greetings cards can also accompany orders for an additional £2.50. There are a mix of messages and gorgeous designs to suit a range of special occasions, including birthdays, graduations, and get well soon wishes, as well as sweet options for loved ones, because nothing says I love you like a donut. Fellow UK donut brands have experienced mixed fortunes of late. Healthier donut brand Urban Legend raised £3 million in its latest investment round, while London-based Crosstown is currently looking to attract funding to help continue its growth domestically and expand overseas. However, Derby-based Project D revealed it has recently emerged from a 3-month period of losses. A salted caramel and almond brownie has been crowned Britain's best cake of 2024. The brownie, made by East Anglian chain Two Magpies Bakery, stood out among more than 130 products across 7 categories, which includes brownies, classic cakes, free-from cake, fruit cake, individual cakes, occasion cakes, and tray bakes. We're delighted but also really shocked that we won, Michelle Wade, NPD manager at Two Magpies, has said. With so many entries into the competition to be picked as the overall winner, we couldn't quite believe it. Coming out on top in the brownie category, the winning product is described as a dark single origin Madagascan chocolate brownie with buttered almonds and salted caramel. Judges praised it for being its exceptional flavours and varied textures, with one saying that the roasted nuts really cut through the richness. Having that crunchy nut on the top really balanced it out. The brownie claimed the inaugural title of Britain's Best Cake, which took place at the UK Food and Drink Shows on Monday the 29th of April. The competition was sponsored by Dawn Foods, Kluman and Bolter, Sonneveld and Walker Humphrey. The judging panel consisted of Amy North, editor at British Baker, Charlotte Thompson, senior lecturer at University College Birmingham, Chris Atkinson, bio-manager at ISB at Asda, Chris Parrington, NPD and technical manager at Kluman and Bolter, Darryl Stevenson, assessor at Coleg Cambridge, Gary Russell, sales director UK and Ireland at Dawn Foods, Graham Hornigold, founder of Long Boys, Jana Molinoni, owner of Cake-Tastic Creations, Lee Pugh, head of bakery at 025 Food Industry Centre at Cardiff Metropolitan University, Lee Smith, owner of Poppy Seed Bakery, Martin Wolstenholme, product developer at Booths, Michelle Phillips, founder of Mimi's Bakehouse, Patrick Wilkins, national president, Craft Bakers Association, and Richard Herbert, cake technical manager at Sonneveld. Amy North applauded the winning cake makers. We were amazed at the response to our inaugural Britain's Best Cake competition, not only by the number of entries, but also at the exceptionally high standard witnessed across the categories. The judges' work was really cut out for them in trying to decide the winners, with incredible technical ability, innovation and passion of the bakers so clearly demonstrated in the products. I'd also like to express my gratitude to the judges and sponsors who made this first edition such success. It was a fantastic experience to come together and celebrate the very best cakes that Britain has to offer. The winning brownie was the salted caramel and almond brownie by Two Magpies Bakery, This indulgent brownie is made from dark single-origin Madagascan chocolate with buttered almonds and salted caramel on top. Indulgent, rich and moist were some of the words used by the judges to describe the sweet treat, which also took the title of Britain's Best Cake 2024. The brownie delivered on everything you'd want in a brownie and more. And in the highly commended, which is the second place, this was the Lemon Meringue Blondie by Seasons Bakery. The classic cake category, the winner was a carrot and pecan cake by Stir Bakery. This moist 6-inch cake is made with fresh carrots, pecan pieces, and candied carrot slices. It is topped and filled with full-fat cream cheese and flavoured with cinnamon and fresh lemon zest for a rounded and well-balanced flavour. This cake delivered on all levels, said the category judges. It was interesting to look at, particularly with the addition of the candied carrot slices around the outside, and also delivered on the taste with the pecans, adding a delightful crunch to the experience. In the highly recommended was Sticky Stem Ginger Cake by Ginger Bakers. In the free from cakes, the winner was gluten-free Black Forest Brownie by Sweet Treats by Martin Frickle. Described as a gooey and fudgy sliced brownie packed full of Morello cherry jam, sour cherries, glazed cherries, this gluten-free treat was a hit for judges. You wouldn't know it was gluten-free, they exclaimed. The panel also praised the way the rich chocolate brownie was balanced with the tangy cherry for a truly indulgent eating experience. And highly recommended was the all-press tiramisu cake by Two Magpies Bakery. In the fruit cake category, the winner was dark chocolate, orange and ginger Barrabrith by Wild Bakery. Serving up a twist on the traditional Welsh tea bread, this spiced loaf cake is packed with fruit soaked overnight in Welsh tea. Ground ginger and stem ginger are added for warmth, chocolate for indulgence and orange for some zip. The loaf cake is decorated with orange slices and a drizzle of dark chocolate, and is recommended to be served with butter. The judges were blown away by the taste, which beautifully balanced the chocolate, orange, dried fruit and ginger to create a stunning loaf. And highly recommended was the luxury wrong fruit carrot cake by Connie's Carrot Cakes. In the individual cakes, the winner was the Flower Pot by Anders Kitchen. This cake is described by its creator as a delightful blossom mini cake that can brighten up everyone's day. It features an edible plant pot filled with a rich chocolate cake, layered with a sour cherry coulis and mascarpone cream, and a biscuit crumb sprinkled to create the soil. The judges completed the attention to detail aspects and loved the combination of rich chocolate and sour cherry flavours. And highly recommended was the sour cherry and amaretto cake by Complete Food Group. In terms of the occasion cakes, the winner was Garden Party Cake Little Barn Cakes, an apricot-coloured icing and beautiful sugar flowers adorn the top with 6-inch cherry and almond cake. Each of the flowers are handcrafted for a sophisticated finish with a level of attention to detail that didn't go unnoticed by the judges. The artistry speaks for itself, they noted, also praising the Bakewell-like combination of flavours which work perfectly. Highly recommended was the bespoke 3-tiered wedding cake by the Cake Pavilion. In terms of the tray bake, the winner was an orange cardamom and bay cake by Ginger Bakers. A delicately infused sponge with bay and cardamom makes up the base of this cake before it is filled with handmade orange curd and decorated with an orange mascarpone buttercream. Topped with glazed oranges and edible cornflowers, the balance of flavours was incredible, explained the judges, adding that the warmth of cardamom worked really well with the freshness of the orange. Its appearance was also praised. It's definitely an inviting looking cake. And the highly commended was the yogurt top apple and blackcurrant flapjack heck and strong. If you guys enjoyed the video, please watch another video and help to subscribe to the channel. It would really support me. A staff program focused on encouraging new product ideas at Two Magpies Bakery helped bring about a salted caramel and almond brownie, which recently was crowned Britain's Best Cake 2024. Despite its humble appearance, the sweet treat showcased exceptional flavours and varied textures to see it garner the nod from judges ahead of more than 130 other entries at the inaugural edition of the competition, run by British Baker. The event, which took place at the Birmingham NEC in late April, was sponsored by Dawn Foods, Kluman and Bolter, Sonneveld and Walker Humphrey. Evidently, the East Anglian bakery chain places a lot of faith in its staff, with owner and CEO Steve Magnall noting that the inspiration for the brownie came from the team itself, which is regularly tasked with freshening shop displays. Because the team is involved, they will want their product to be the best and make sure it happens. We have a mixture of patisserie students, full-time patisserie chefs, and staff that are new to pastry. We train them all in our products but encourage new ideas. As I say, it's all about the team. The owner revealed an innovative approach to new product development at Two Magpies Bakery. with season staff program for the 6 run every 2 months. The range is split into 3 categories for this: hero, seasonal, and new. Products with hero status are never taken off sale at bakery counters. These range from savoury items such as sausage rolls, vegan rolls, empanadas, cheese straws, and sourdough, sweet treats including brownies, carrot cake, friands similar to muffins, amaretti biscuits, and baked roll slices. Some of the flavours of these products are seasonal, however, and having inclusions like fruits updated when they are in season or on trend. Magnol said that the chain always carries 2 brownies at any one time, with one being the Madagascar brownie. He describes them as an everlasting pleasure, and the other being a seasonal. We've had a banana chip, peanut, caramel, blondie, you name it. All of them sell well. The salted caramel and almond brownie, which features dark chocolate origin from Madagascar, is said to be simple enough to bake but requires care not to burn the almonds, according to Magnum. It was created a while ago, has now been rushed to shop shelves after customers began asking for it after the coverage. The brownies can also be purchased as a letter gift for home delivery via the Two Magpies Bakery website, which is a new section on the homepage celebrating the award. The Two Magpies recently opened its 10th shop in the Suffolk town of Frylingham, near Ipswich, after adding 2 new sites to its retail estate last year. Housed in an old Barclays Bank, the new 3,000 square foot bakery and cafe is the group's largest space for 54 covers. It will serve the chain's full range of freshly baked pastries, sourdough and cakes, as well as breakfast and lunch menus 7 days a week. In other shops, it's located in Norwich, Blakeney, Holt, Woodbridge, Alfred and Darsham, with 3 small format outlets, aka Mini Magpies, in Beccles, Southwold and Wells next to the sea. After lengthy delays, the business finally began production at its new 11,000 square foot central bakery in Walpole last year, which included a £80,000 investment. Two Magpies had previously stated the site had potential to treble its capacity and support growth of its estate up to 30 shops, increasing turnover to £25 million. We've spent a considerable amount on our Walpole Central Bakery. This is now a time to consolidate as the summer is coming, and that's particularly busy time. But after that, watch this space. Greggs has reported continued strategic and operational progress for the first quarter of this year, driven by an ever-expanding estate and strong performances across all channels. In its trading update for the 19 weeks to the 11th of May 2024, Bakery Chain revealed a 7.4% increase in like-for-like sales at company-managed shops compared to the same period last year. It had previously posted a full-year growth figure of 13.7% for its revenue in 2023. Transaction volume growth so far in 2024 was said to have been supported by improvements in delivery sales, evening trade and participation in the Greggs app. More than 50% of transactions were being scanned by the end of last year, with the rate continuing to rise in recent months. Total sales for the quarter hit £693 million, up from £609 million taken in Q1 of 2023. Pizza boxes were the star performer among Greggs bakery items, with strong growth following a dedicated campaign. The company has also kept on expanding its vegan offerings, introducing a spicy Mexican bean flatbread and bringing back the vegan Mexican chicken-free bake for its 2024 summer menu launched last week. With the likes of sausage rolls, bakes, and donuts already adapted for the vegans, Greggs expects to develop more of its bakery formats with plant-based recipes in due course. Our commitment is to make sure that for every part of the range, we would have a vegan alternative. Despite the particular horrible months of weather in March and April, seeing some customers choosing not to go out to eat, trading at Greggs remained healthy. Our food-to-go offer is almost not a discretionary spend, so if you're out and about, you need to eat. Therefore, we have a very compelling offer in terms of breakfast, lunch, and into the evening, and that's probably why we win. During the Q1 period, Greggs opened 64 new shops, 15 with franchise partners, and closed 37, including 23 locations, for a net gain of 27. Recent openings featured sites at Embankment Underground Station, 4 sites with Tesco, and 3 with Sainsbury's, of which 2 were at petrol stations. These helped the Greggs estate hit its 2,500 shop milestone, with a strong pipeline for the rest of the year, maintaining its target of adding up to 160 more locations nationwide. While expanding its presence in travel hubs and roadside locations was still a major part of Greggs' current expansion strategy, Curry highlighted other areas where she said the chain was underrepresented as well. That will be your high streets, your suburban parades. We continue to find very compelling opportunities on those as well. The CEO confirmed that domestic growth remained the number one focus for Greggs. There is so much for us to get after in the UK, hence the confidence that we've got around all the different growth levers that we're currently working on. I think we're quite a humble brand, so we're not at all arrogant enough to believe it's simply because we love the product range in the UK that we should expect other countries across the world to love that product range. However, the need to do really good quality research is undermined and understand what products that customers would like, and then hopefully that would help us identify markets. Greggs' new distribution centres in Birmingham and Aylesbury are on track to deliver additional logistics capacity by the end of 2024, while its fourth production line for savoury rolls and bakes at its Balliol Park site in Newcastle is set to boost production by 35%. Supporting its longer-term growth potential are two new sites in the Midlands, which are expected to be operational in late 2026 or early 2027. Greggs revealed it has entered into an agreement to lease a site at a similar Park Segro Derby campus, with the landlord currently constructing a manufacturing facility for frozen products that will also enable frozen storage, picking and distribution. Greggs said that in addition to shelf-funded capital expenditure to install the equipment, a leased right-of-use asset of around £65 million will also be recognised on the commencement of the lease. Meanwhile, negotiations are progressing on the purchase of land in the Corby catchment area, where Greggs intends to develop a national distribution centre for chilled and ambient goods. Greggs noted that there have been no change to the outlook for cost inflation, which it expects to be in the range of 4 to 5% on a LFL basis. This meant it was still not planning to hike prices over the year ahead. The majority of cost inflation pressures that we face this year are wages, confirmed Curry, adding that these had already been put through at the start of 2024. We continue to keep that under review, making sure that we offer great value to customers. Whilst early in the financial year, Greggs stated that the board's expectations for the full year outcome remained unchanged. Greggs has achieved a latest milestone in its estate expansion strategy with the opening of its 2,500th shop at Sainsbury's Bridgewater Way Superstore in Cobham, Surrey. The food-to-go giant launched a 5-year growth plan back in 2021, with the then CEO Roger Whiteside outlining a new target of 3,000 locations, while admitting he didn't know how to work out what peak Greggs is. Whiteside retired in 2022 and was replaced by Roisin Currie, who led an accelerated shop opening program that saw a record 145 new outlets added to the Greggs estate last year, including a landmark 500th franchise shop. The bakery chain started this year with 2,473 sites and has since unveiled ambitions to open between 140 and 160 new locations during 2024. In its preliminary results posted in March, Greggs reported a 19.6% growth in revenue during 2023, with Curry declaring we are very much on track to deliver our bold 5-year growth plan to double sales by 2026. The company is currently focusing on expanding its presence in travel hubs and roadside locations to reach more customers. Located in a petrol forecourt, Greggs' 2,500th shop is its 8th with Sainsbury's and brings the total number of shops with supermarket partners, including Asda and Tesco, to 50. Just like with its first concession in a Sainsbury's petrol station opened 12 months ago in Bedfordshire, the new shop is creating 12 new jobs for the local area and will offer the full Greggs product range to customers 7 days a week. We're proud to have hit this milestone and opened our 2,500th shop in a location which demonstrates the breadth of our estate and the popularity of our brand, commented Tony Rawson, property director at Greggs. We're grateful for the hard work of our teams and the support of our valued partners as we continue to expand towards our vision of significantly more than 3,000 Greggs shops longer term. A recently published list of the top 10 strongest British brands 2024 had Greggs in second place, behind accounting firm Ernst & Young and ahead of coffee shop chain Costa at 7th and KitKat at 10th. Ryan Bartlett, Chief Food Commercial Officer at Sainsbury's, said, "We're delighted to have opened our 8th shop with Greggs at our Cobham store. It follows the successful launches of Greggs cafe-style format at other Sainsbury's locations, which have already proved popular with our customers. Our collaboration with Greggs is part of an ongoing plan to attract many more people to choose Sainsbury's as the place they come to for good food, and we're excited to build on this partnership further." Earlier this year, Sainsbury's also announced an agreement with Costa Coffee to open new cafes within 11 of its UK stores by the end of 2024. Aberdeen-based The Bread Guy has been named Scottish Baker of the Year 2024-2025. The business beat over 60 bakeries from across Scotland to lift the coveted rolling pin trophy during an awards ceremony in Glasgow. The Bread Guy also took home a haul of 6 other trophies, including the Best in Scotland Gold Award for its gluten-free pan loaf in the free from bread category, and a National Silver Award in the buttery category. It also claimed regional silver awards in the sourdough bread, yeasted bread and savoury classes, plus a regional bronze in the morning rolls division. The Artisan Bakery runs 4 shops around Aberdeen City and 1 in nearby Inverurie, as well as supplying the likes of breads and tin loaves and rolls wholesale to cafes, restaurants and independent retailers across the Grampian region. Scottish Baker of the Year is an annual competition organised by trade body Scottish Bakers, which allows firms to put forward up to 12 of their star bakery products to be taste tested by 50 industry experts. Winners this year were decided across 13 categories, other than the ones mentioned. These included for Best Biscuit, Individual Cake, Scone, Potato Scone, Celebration Cakes, French/Danish pastries, and free from biscuits and cake. The level of competition this year was exceptionally high, making each win a significant accomplishment, said Scottish Bakers Chief Executive Leslie Cameron, noting that each entry was meticulously evaluated based on appearance, baking quality and taste. The Bread Guy expressed that it was absolutely thrilled with winning the top award. It's one thing to have confidence in our products, but to have their validation from both customers and industry experts is truly the icing cake. Not only did the awards recognise excellence in products, it also honoured best business practices across 4 distinct categories. Craft Baker of the Year, given for businesses with 3 or fewer shops, was won by Mackenzie's Bakery, while Retail Craft Baker of the Year, for those with more than 3 shops, saw the Bread Guy collect yet another trophy. Bavarian Bakehouse triumphed in the wholesale Baker of the Year category for manufacturers without retail outlets, and Bakery Cafe of the Year for cafes producing the majority of their baked goods in-house or at a dedicated bakery unit, was picked up by Fisher & Donaldson, which was named Craft Bakery Business of the Year Baking Industry Awards 2023. Michelle Phillips, the newly installed president of Scottish Bakers, whose business Mimi's Bakehouse won last year, commented all winners should feel incredibly proud of their achievements. We anticipate that these well-deserved accolades will not only honour their hard work, but also contribute significantly to their business growth. Other winners on the night include Ashes, Babyface Baker, Baines Family Bakers, City Market Bakery, Cuckoo's Bakery, Clucky Patisserie, Full Circle Bakes, G.H. Barnett, Goodfellow and Stephen, Harry Gow Bakery, Irvine's Bakery, Irving's Homestyle Bakery, J.B. Christie, J.M. Bakery, Gill Spies, Kepty Bakery, Little Bakery, Luscious Loveliness Bakery, McLean's Highland Bakery, Mimi's Bakehouse, We Cook, Murray's, Castle, Thinks by Lucia, Rabbit Hole Cakes, Rendell's Bakery, Saltire Patisserie, Stephen's Bakery, T.A. Francis and Sons, Apple Pie Bakery, the Bread-Winning Bakery, the Naked Sourdough, and the Three Lifts Bakers. Scottish Bakers also organises the annual World Championship Scotch Pies Awards, which crowned James Pirie and Son for an unprecedented 5th time back in January. ADM has launched Nature's Gold regeneratively sourced baker's bread flour as demand rises for ingredients that are better for business, communities and the planet. All wheat for the new flour is grown by ADM's network of British farmers who are focusing on improving their soil health and farm resilience by implementing regenerative agricultural practices, the firm said. Available in the 16-kilogram bags, the bread flour is produced via ADM's UK milling operations, which are powered by 100% renewable electricity. The American agribusiness described it as the perfect choice of flour for bakers looking to boast premium sustainability-sourced bakes such as artisan-style breads, rolls, pizza bases and flatbreads, to name but a few applications. ADM claimed that climate anxiety has caused a shift in consumers' perceptions of what environmentally friendly and sustainable means. It cited Mintel data from the 26th of May 2023 that had 48% of UK consumers agreeing that the easiest way to tackle the climate crisis is through food and drink choices. Reducing the Scope 3 emissions, which are completely dependent on the supply chain, is regarded as the biggest challenge a bakery business faces in its journey towards achieving a net zero. As discussed in a recent sustainability feature, regenerative agriculture can help on this journey by restoring ecosystems and safeguarding the planet. It is based on 5 principles of land management, including minimizing soil distribution, maintaining living roots in soil, continuously covering bare soil, maximizing diversity with an emphasis on crops, soil microbes and pollinators, responsibly managing inputs including nutrients and pesticides. The ADM Sustainable Wheat Project was launched in 2021, which brought together a group of pioneering UK farmers to map their carbon footprints over a 3-year period and understand ways to reduce them. Findings from the ongoing project are said to have already helped steer ADM's long-term support for farmers and led to an expansion of its regenerative agriculture and climate-smart agriculture program to the UK and Poland earlier this year. ADM said the implementation of the ISO 50001 energy management system throughout its flour milling locations demonstrates how it has created a culture of energy usage monitoring and saving, continuous trading energy use assessments, and sharing of best practices both internally and with customers allows the business to set a benchmark within its industry to help drive improvement on energy management, it added. The business has also invested in new trucks complying with Euro 6 standards, relating it to diesel and petrol emissions, and enhanced drivers' skills to improve its overall fuel efficiency by more than 10% over the last 5 years. The Nature's Gold regeneratively sourced baker's bread flour will look to compete against Wild Farm offerings, which are already used in a whole host of products from M&S Collection sourdough range and Ask Italian's new pizza dough to the garlic and rosemary deep fat pan focaccia by Four Eyes Bakery, which recently won Britain's Best Loaf 2024. Pret A Manger is expanding its shop estate in Scotland, with 6 new locations being set up by franchise partner Duke Group. 3 existing Pret sites are also being acquired by the Glasgow-based franchisee, which already owns 6 Domino's franchises across the Dundee and Argos region. A 7-figure funding package from HSBC UK is helping facilitate the shop purchases and new openings for Duke Group, which is set to double its turnover via the expanded operations. The 6 new stores, 3 based in Edinburgh and 3 in Dundee, are expected to open between June and September 2024. Duke Group's revealed that the biggest shop of these will span more than 4,000 square feet. It is predicted that the new openings will create over 150 jobs across Scotland, including roles as full-time supervisors and part-time baristas. We are really excited to continue to grow our business by becoming the Pret A Manger franchisee in Scotland, commented Henry Dawes, CEO of Duke Group, adding that we would not be able to make this happen if it was not for the consistent support from HSBC UK. Kevin McKenna, Relationship Director at HSBC UK, noted the bank had been supporting Duke Group's ambitions for the past 14 years. This funding package is particularly satisfying given the creation of more than 150 jobs, which will provide an economic boost to communities across Scotland. According to its website, Pret currently has 17 shops in Scotland, 8 in Edinburgh, including 2 at the airport, 6 in Glasgow, 2 in Aberdeen, and 1 in St Andrews. Pret said it was gearing up for its next phase of international growth with a series of board changes announced last month, which was said to support further development partnerships with strong local franchise partners in a growing group of countries. Having served as chairman since Pret was acquired by JAB Holdings in 2018, Olivier Goudet will be succeeded by his colleague and JAB partner Conrad Meyer. Meanwhile, Pret co-founder Sinclair Beecham is returning as an advisor, and former chairman Larry Billett has been appointed non-executive director, and chair of the audit committee Patrice de Talhout and Nathalie Roos are stepping down as non-executive directors. The London headquartered food-to-go business is currently serving customers in 18 markets, including the UK, US, Canada, France, Belgium, Luxembourg, Spain, Italy, Switzerland, Germany, Hong Kong, Singapore, India, and the Middle East, from just 4 markets in 2018. It opened its first shop in Northern Ireland last year. Pret revealed expectations of launching just short 150 new shops globally this year, which would mark the second straight year where it opened more sites overseas than within the UK. It plans to hit a UK milestone of 500 shops by the end of this year, with ambition to reach between 1,000 and 1,500 locations worldwide in the coming years. Pret placed 7th in the list of top 75 out-of-home bakery businesses compiled in the Bakery Market Report 2024. Premier Foods is set to exit the frozen pizza bases market and close its Charnwood site in Leicestershire, which employs 57 people. The St Albans headquartered business revealed it has steadily been shifting away from third-party ingredients to focus on continued growth of its brands, including Mr Kipling and Cadbury Cake, with plans to invest further in its brand manufacturing sites. Last year, it stepped back from producing non-branded powdered drinks and shut down a factory in Knighton, Staffordshire. The Charnwood site, which solely produces frozen pizza bases for a small number of customers in the out-of-home sector, is to cease production at the end of July. Our brands are the beating heart of our business and the main driver behind our strong performance over the past 6 years, commented Premier Foods Chief Marketing Officer Yilmaz Sees. Given that focus, we are choosing to leave the market for commoditized, ingredients such as frozen pizza bases, which don't fit with our growth strategy and only contribute a very small fraction of overall sales. I want to thank the team at Charnwood for everything they have done to help support growth of our business as we continue our development as a leading producer of great food brands. Premier Foods' stable of brands, which also includes household names such as Ambrosia, Bisto and Batchelors, was said to have generated the vast majority of its sales last year, which reached £1 billion for the first time in a decade. The company enjoyed its biggest ever Christmas in 2023, reporting a group revenue of £353.7 million in its third trading update. This marked a 14.4% increase compared to the same period the year prior, with significant market share gains for the likes of Mr. Kipling mince pies and Cadbury cake lines. Looking ahead, Premier Foods said it was expecting to make capital investments of around £35 million this year across its 13 remaining UK sites, which employ a combined workforce of roughly 4,000 staff. Innovation was also highlighted as a key driver of long-term growth for the business, with brands demonstrating particular success. With new category ventures, Premier Foods said that nearly 80% of brand sales are from innovations launched within the past 7 years. After introducing Ambrosia porridge pots in 2022, it further boosted its expansion into the breakfast category with a purchase of protein-rich breakfast brand Fuel 10K last October. Trade body Scottish Bakers is to unveil a 5-year strategic roadmap at its annual conference on the 10th and 11th of May 2024. Scottish Bakers Chief Executive Leslie Cameron said the strategy to be unveiled at the 2-day event in the Hilton, Glasgow will drill down into how the association can support its members under 3 clearly defined pillars: agility and collaboration, growth and sustainability. Since joining Scottish Bakers late last year, I've taken the time to listen to our members and to understand the challenges they face. The strategy I'll be unveiling at our conference this year will work hard to support their needs to be agile and to innovate sustainably if individual and sector growth is to be delivered. I'm excited to present the plans to members and to get to work driving the strategy for the good of all. Cameron, who joined the organisation from Quality Meat Scotland, discussed her plans earlier in the year and said it would underpin the growth of the sector by helping Scottish Bakers members with horizon scanning, insight and economic data to help them stay prepared for the challenges ahead. Alongside the unveiling of the roadmap, the conference titled In the Mix, Bake to Innovate will also see experts in the variety of to provide practical advice and food for thought. Mitch Turner MBE will be returning as conference host with a full programme which will focus on innovation, consumer insights, new product development, reformulation and growth. The keynote address will be delivered by Jeremy White, Senior Innovation Editor at Wired Magazine, who will be taking a deep dive into the future of AI in the bakery sector and what it would look like in 10 years' time. Biochemist and a fellow of the Institute of Food Science and Technology, Judith Batchelor, OBE, will talk about what sustainability really means to bakery businesses and how they can become more sustainable and cost-efficient. There are also several interactive taster sessions in the afternoon on Saturday the 8th. These are start with consumer in mind, drive innovation. This interactive session will see delegates split into teams of 5, where they'll be tasked with developing an NPD idea. It'll be led by Mark Thompson, Insight Director at TRKL. Consumer to Shelf. This session will focus on delivering exciting NPD, meeting a new buyer for the first time and developing the relationship. It'll be hosted by Andy McLaughlin, MD of Retail Consultancy, Food to Market, and the Customer Journey, Brand Awareness through Social Media. This taster session will focus on creating a brand awareness for your business through social media. The awards ceremonies, meanwhile, will see the winners revealed in a variety of product categories, as well as the bakery that takes home the trophy of Scottish Baker of the Year. Contenders for the title in 2024 include Fisher & Donaldson, Mimi's Bakehouse and Stephen's Bakery. Scottish firm Matheson's has installed a new VMI mixer to increase production and quality levels of its sweet bakery ranges supplied to major UK retailers. The manufacturer, which has a history dating back to 1872, claims to be the UK's #1 supplier of stollen, producing a variety of whole stollen, slices and bites with a secret recipe it said it prides itself on. Matheson's makes stollen under the name Edler's, which has a range that also includes sweet and savoury pastry cases. Around 150 staff are employed year-round by Matheson's, with up to 220 workers at seasonal times. The Larbert location is said to be at the heart of Scotland's central distribution network, which allows the bakery business to serve as a key contributor to own brand offerings of retailers across the UK. Among the other products created at the BRC AA+ accredited site in Marwat, near Falkirk, are chilled tarts, hand-finished cakes, sponges, biscuits, loaf cakes, mince pies, and more. The Central Bakery branded range of freshly baked desserts and puddings are also produced there. Matheson's factory has 3 separate manufacturing units under one roof: chilled goods, bakery confectionery, and a dedicated nut area. The latter production facility is where the VMI mixer is now in operation, used for the likes of Stollen, Bakewell tarts, Florentines, Babka, and Simnel cakes. After using a 12-year-old mixer, it was time for a replacement, as the software was becoming outdated and parts were hard to source, said Matheson's MD Nick Willis. The bakery contacted European Process Plant (EPP), an Epsom-based equipment specialist which supplied both Simmons Bakers in Hertfordshire and Thomas the Baker in Yorkshire with new Coing combines last year. Following multiple discussions and site visits, the EPP team recommended the SPI 400 AV mixer from VMI, noted Wills, adding that he was pleased with the supplier's efficiency and knowledge. We've had several installations in the past, and it was by far one of the best and most simplistic. From the moment it arrived at the factory, everything proceeded smoothly. The service and installations team worked with our engineers, and it was a joy, which is not something you can often say, to be honest. The new mixer was said to have impressed the staff at Matheson's, coping well with the high-density dough, kneading consistently and proving a great asset in ramping up production. Its implementation has seen the bakery improve production rates to 12 tonnes a week, completing batches in a much shorter time too. The recent feature, Cumbria-based bakery in Lovingly Artisan, scooped the top accolade at the Farm Shop and Deli Awards 2024. The bakery, located in Kendal and run by husband and wife team Aidan Monks and Catherine Connor, beat competition from across the UK to be named Retailer of the Year at the awards, which took place on Monday the 29th of April at Birmingham. Following a comprehensive judging process, the acclaimed bakery was also named Baker of the Year and received the grant for North England regional winner. The judges praised Lovingly Artisan highly, with comments including, "This excellent bakery has innovation with its new wood chip oven, which has increased turnover, and because of this, they have a good carbon footprint." It was also lauded for its innovative business methods, knowledgeable and passionate staff, and strong brand identity, as well as its use of a bread truck, which was introduced last summer. The business is no stranger to awards, with Monks being named Baker of the Year at the 2019 Baking Industry Awards, and Lovingly Artisan being named the best artisan bakery in Britain, twice as part of British Bakers The Artisan Collective event, among its accolades. There were 11 category winners and 7 regional winners at the Farm Shop and Deli Awards, as well as trophies for Newcomer of the Year and Retailer of the Year. The coveted accolades celebrate the best specialist independent retailers, with judges recognising retailers' achievements in the independent sector. A team of leading experts judged the entries online before coming together last November to deliberate and shortlist contenders. During January and February, secret visits took place before the winners and overall Retailer of the Year were decided. I'm delighted we've awarded category and regional winners, and this year's Retailer of the Year has also picked up the accolades of Best Baker and Best Retailer in the North of England, said broadcaster Nigel Barden, who was chairman of the judges. Aidan Monks has been baking for 35 years, and the Kendal and Altrincham bakeries that he and Catherine Connor, his wife, run as sublime, as are the team who work with them. It was also marvellous to see such a wide-ranging and talented shortlist for our Newcomer of the Year award, with the Cheesy Living Company, based inside the Corn Exchange in Leeds, coming out on top. In terms of the awards, they came down to Baker North England regional winner, Lovingly Artisan Bakery, based in Kendal. Highly commended was Baker is Set Valley Cafe by Pete. Butcher was Roast Mutton at Kendal. Cheesemonger and South England regional winner was Cheese Etc. by Reading in Reading. Delicatessen and Anglia regional winner was the Norfolk Delicatessen, based in the Hunstanton. Highly commended delicatessen was the Forest Deli at Colford. The Farm Shop Large and Midlands regional winner was Welbeck Farm Shop, based in Worksop. Highly commended for the category was for Forage Farm Shop and Kitchen, based in Cowbridge and High Street Harvest in Craigavon. The Farm Shop Small was Sky Park Farm West in basement West Harting, and highly commended was the Quayside Fresh in Loom. The Fishmonger was Bell's Fishmongers in Carlisle, and the highly commended is Off the Hook by Wadebridge. Food Hall was McNaid Food Hall in Faversham. And the greengrocer Thirsk, based in Thirsk. Independent local shop in / village shop was Bulwick Village Shop. The Pickled Shop, based in Bulwick, Corby. Online business is Bay's Kitchen, based in Cheltenham. Newcomer of the year is the Cheesy Living Company in Leeds. Northern Ireland regional winner is High Street Harvest in Craigavon. Scotland regional winner is Marshall's Farm Shop in Aberdeen, and Wales regional winner is Forage Farm Shop and Kitchen in Cowbridge. Filled flatbreads inspired by global cuisines, collaborations with plant-based brand Bosch, and an array of indulgent sweet treats have been unveiled by Costa for its summer 2024 menu. Alongside the new items, Costa is also bringing back the orange and raspberry Victoria Sponge, chocolate cornflake cake, triple chocolate muffin, and Belgian chocolate chart cookies. We're ready for summer at Costa Coffee and excited to unveil our new food menu, which celebrates the vibrant flavours of the season and showcases our commitment to innovation and quality, said Naomi Matthews, Food Innovation Director UK and Ireland at Costa Coffee. From savoury flatbreads inspired by the global cuisines to tempting new fresh and sweet plant-based products created in collaboration with the talents at Bosch, there's something available to delight every taste bud this summer. So here are all the products. Chicken shawarma flatbread. Shredded shawarma chicken, creamy garlic yogurt, and sweet chili sauce are topped with tangy pink pickled onions and spinach, all nestled in a barista spiced flatbread. Tandoori spiced bhaji flatbreads. Aromatic tandoori spiced bhajis, cucumber and red onion raita dressing are topped with sweet mango chutney and fresh spinach before being wrapped in a garlic and herb flatbread. Triple chocolate brownie cheesecake. Combining the classic brownie with the added indulgence of cheesecake, this sweet treat sees a biscuit base topped with baked vanilla batter and chocolate brownie dough balls. The dessert is finished with a layer of chocolate fudge sauce and a sprinkle of chocolate biscuit crumbs. Sweet chili chicken wrap. This chili-infused wrap is packed with roast chicken breast with vibrant slaw mix of edamame beans, shredded carrot and cabbage. It's finished with a sweet chili sauce and with crisp lettuce. Fab falafel and hummus wrap. Crafted in collaboration with plant-based brand Bal. This vegan wrap combines spinach and pine kernel falafels with spice chutney and hummus, accompanied by pink pickled onions for a tap. Ginger nut loaf cake. Another collaboration with Bosch, this vegan loaf cake features a blend of warm spices with a ginger frosting. It's topped with a ginger biscuit crumb. Bubble frappe gingerbread biscuit. A gingerbread biscuit decorated with coloured fondant icing in a bubble frappe design, and a sunny shortcake biscuit. This sunny shortcake biscuit is topped with coloured fondant icing designed to embody the warmer weather. Own-label bakery manufacturer David Wood Baking has secured a substantial credit facility to help it bounce back after a fire ripped through one of its production sites last year. The new financing, the value of which has not been revealed, will support the Leeds-based business with stabilisation and the rescaling of production following the total loss of its bakery facility in Netherton, Dudley from the fire in September 2023. The firm, which was founded in 2008 by David and Karen Wood, supplies a range of breads, ready meals and sweet and savoury products to UK supermarkets and high street food retailers from its remaining 7 sites, which include Newport, Bolton, Spalding and Scarborough. Following the fire, David Wood Baking transferred production to its other sites in a move which protected and gave certainty to its employees, customers and suppliers. Since the catastrophic fire at Dudley, we've been working tirelessly to preserve and recover our business, said David Wood, Chairman and Chief Executive at David Wood Baking, adding that he was genuinely humbled by the help and support from employees and customers following the incident. The fantastic teamwork we have received and experience from everyone has enabled us to make amazing progress in returning the business back to normality quickly. Our advisors at Interpath have guided us through this process as we sought solutions that support us in our recovery and also enable us to look forward with confidence to continue with our growth ambitions. The business bounced back to profitability in the 6 months to the 31st of May 2023, the latest accounting period available, with profits amounting to £3.7 million compared to the previous £3.8 million loss. Interpath Advisory advised David Wood Baking on raising bespoke term debt and revolving asset finance facilities from Barings and Lumi ABL. The team was led by Path MD Chris Hall alongside Tom Swires, the firm's head of food and drink in the UK. UK food and drink producers have faced significant volatility in recent years, but their resilience is testament to the incredible people behind them in the boardroom, in the back office and on the factory floor. There is no greater destabilising event than a factory fire, and the team at David Wood Baking's ability to stabilise production with customer needs protected alongside achieving these. Refinance is testament to a quality team and business. David Wood Baking isn't the only baking firm to be rebuilding following a fire in 2023. Roberts Bakery is undertaking the most important operation overhaul in decades after a fire ripped through its Norwich site in June 2023. The plan included moving Little Treats biscuit production to Winsford, 4 miles from Norwich, allowing it to improve the operational layout of its other sites in Rodheath and Ilkeston in Derbyshire. UK-based gluten-free snacking brand Dough'Licious has raised £3.5 million from a recent investment round to support its expansion into the US market. The company received the cash injection from Dutch investment group Triple B, which is further diversifying its portfolio with entry into the flourishing world of snacking. Dough'Licious recently rolled out a brand refresh for its chilled and frozen range of cookie dough products, including gelato-filled dough ball snacks, ready-to-bake cookie dough, and terry-shaped dough bites. These are made at a bespoke 22,000 square foot facility in West London that runs on renewable energy. The new investment is said to set the stage for Dough'Licious' continued growth and market penetration, and comes at a time when it is poised for a nationwide launch of its frozen cookie dough and gelato bites in Whole Foods Market stores across the US. Flavours in the range include classic favourites like chocolate chip and chocolate truffle, as well as innovations such as cinnamon churro. Dough'Liciously already applies to its range to Whole Foods Market locations in the UK, as well as Tesco, Waitrose, Morrisons, Planet Organic, Costco, Selfridges, Food Hall, and for food service operators, its products are also available in Woolworths in Australia. Dough'Licious is delighted to embark on this exciting journey with Triple B, commented Catherine Bricken, who founded the brand in 2014 after moving to London from the US. Our partnership represents a synergistic alignment of values and vision as we continue to redefine the snack category with our innovative products and unwavering commitment to quality and sustainability. Together, we look forward to expanding Dough'Licious' reach and delighting consumers around the globe. Triple B CEO Thomas Bater described Dough'Licious as a trailblazer in the world of gourmet snacking. The impressive 100% year-on-year business growth in each of the previous several years and the recent successful investment round underscored Dough'Licious' potential for further expansion and innovation. We're excited to join forces with Dough'Licious and support its mission of delivering superior snacking experiences while championing sustainability and quality. Dough'Licious appointed Russell Barnett as new MD last September, with the former boss of US frozen snacking brand My Mochi Ice Cream, tasked with overseeing all aspects of the business to support its next stage of growth. Artisan Bakery Bread Ahead is to launch an academy to help create the next generation of bakers. The Bread Ahead Academy is described as a comprehensive 6-month baking course to help individuals with passion for baking turn their dreams into a profession. To mark its launch, the bakery is on the lookout for 6 aspiring bakers to undertake the program for free. Applications for the pilot will open on the 16th of May and close on the 26th of May, with the course beginning on the 4th of September 2024. It is described as a once-in-a-lifetime unique opportunity. The course offers a blend of classroom instruction covering a detailed syllabus and the fundamental pillars of baking, plus valuable practical production time in the Bread Ahead Bakery, allowing students to learn from experienced bakers. It starts with fundamentals, bakery tours and operations, the management, fermentation and gluten development, before tackling many of the elements of bread, viennoiserie and pastry. It builds on the 10+ years that the Bread Ahead team has in delivering bakery workshops through its school. The business said that through consultations with the baking industry and its own experience, it has been able to identify what's missing from college graduates coming through the system. The missing link is full multi-sensory learning, meaning they lack the skills of bakers' hands. The Bread Ahead Academy represents a significant evolution in our teaching journey, said Bread Ahead founder Matthew Jones. We are thrilled to offer this program to a new generation of bakers, providing them with the necessary tools and experience to go on and excel in the industry. Beyond the pilot program, the bakery intends to charge for future academy placements, but also said it was exploring various options to support candidates who may need financial assistance. These options include sponsorship, bursaries, and potentially a Bread Ahead student loan program, as the goal is to ensure that the academy remains accessible to all aspiring bakers. The vocational course appeals to a wide range of applicants. It added including those seeking a career change, high school graduates, or anyone with a keen interest in baking who desires hands-on training, and a curriculum-led program in a professional bakery setting. Pies, slices, bakes, and quiches to crackers, loaves, rolls, and buns. The nation's bakery brands have been busy of late rolling out new savoury offerings. The food-to-go sector has been boosted by several snacking pastries, with comforting familiar flavour combinations along with some petite quiches disrupting the Sten family size format. There are also new options for those wishing to indulge in rich, savoury flavours at home. Pies and Slices by Pukka. 5 new recipes have been added to Pukka's savoury pastry line, including an all-day breakfast pie, a sausage casserole pie, and chicken, ham and leek pie, as well as a cheese and bacon toasty slice and a margherita pizza slice. Pukka said its trio of new pies, each with an RSP of £1.99, and rolled out at Morrison's, Tesco and Asda stores, is aiming to disrupt the pie fixture, with tasty recipes delivering on the brand's distinctive full-on flavour taste promise. The all-day breakfast pie follows on from previously launched slice version, combining baked beans, mushrooms, smoked bacon, and sausage in a tomato sauce, while the sausage casserole pie includes pork sausages with onions, mushrooms, and carrots, and the chicken, ham, and leek pie contains these ingredients in a creamy cheddar cheese sauce. Both new snackable slices weigh in at 170 grams and are priced at £1.75. The cheese and bacon toasty slice wraps smoked bacon and cheddar cheese sauce slices in a puff pastry case, while the vegetarian-friendly margherita pizza slice prizes tomato, mozzarella, and basil. Individual quiches by Walls Pastry. Walls is looking to attract new shoppers to a quiche category dominated by own-label family-sized products by introducing a pair of individual 170-gram quiches at £2 each. The 2 new flavours, including the classic combinations of cheese and bacon and cheese and onion, and are available now across convenience. Both quiches feature extra mature cheddar cheese, single cream and Dijon mustard, encased in a short crust pastry. The bacon variant includes Beechwood smoked British bacon, while the veggie-friendly latter recipe has fresh onion and red Leicester cheese. As the nation's favourite sausage roll brand, we are always looking at how we can use our expertise in pastry and trusted status to deliver exceptional food that adds value in the areas that need it most, commented Jason Manley, brand director at Walls Pastry, which is part of the Complete Food Group. When we found that there was a demand for smaller quiche sizes, as well as a lack of any strong brand dominance within this space, we knew we had an opportunity to add something fresh to the category. Savoury Melts by Cars. The Polaris-owned cracker brand has expanded to Melts, range of crisp wheaten breads and biscuits, which is said to be a top choice for savoury snackers, with sales worth £9.3 million as of the 30th of March 2023. Existing flavours of Melts include original and cheese. Cars claims that caramelised red onion is a particularly popular flavour amongst younger affluent family shoppers who are willing to trade up for something extra special. We're seeing consistently a high demand for top quality and top tasting savoury snacks, especially with more people spending time at home and valuing togetherness, says Askren, marketing director at Polaris UK and Ireland. The new melts have been initially launched into Waitrose stores nationwide in 150-gram boxes at £1.99, ahead of a wider rollout across retail, convenience and wholesale. In terms of Roll and Bake by Ginsters, building on its Taste the Effort campaign from last year, savoury pastry specialist Ginsters has come up with 2 new snacking options, a breakfast roll and a butter chicken bake. These are positioned meeting the demand for convenience and enjoyment, the top trends drive consumers' search for new snacks, according to Kantar usage data from the 52 weeks to May 2023. The same market data showed that snacking accounts for over 13 billion consumption occasions, marking a 5% increase since 2019. The breakfast roll at £1.50 for 130 grams brings together favourite fry-up ingredients of smoked bacon, scrambled egg, potato and tomato ketchup in a 100% British pork sausage roll, all encased in a golden baked puff pastry. Ginsters noted that the roll's segment is currently made up in almost entirely 87% per Kantar data single flavour pork rolls, which affords a huge opportunity for category growth through innovation. The butter chicken bake at £1.50 for 117 grams, meanwhile uses 100% British chicken cooked in a rich butter sauce with a blend of spices, coconut and lemon, encased in puff pastry. Among the existing baked flavours from Ginsters are Cajun spice chicken, Philly cheesesteak and meatball marinara. In steak and ale pies by Copeland's, Scarborough headquartered bakery chain Copeland's has partnered with Yorkshire-based brewery World Top to launch its new steak and ale pie, featuring beef chunks simmered in ale and beef stock and encased in short crust pastry. The pies at £1.95 will be sold in all 180 Copeland's stores across Yorkshire, Lincolnshire and the North East. World Cop is a family-run business based in Drinfield, which uses bakery malt and North Down hops grown on its foam. Flatbreads, a vegan bake and bakewell muffin are the new menu items unveiled by Greggs for its 2024 summer menu. Flatbreads were first added to the Food-to-Go Giants menu last summer with new variants, including a vegan version introduced for 2024. Filled flatbreads are also a new addition to Costa's summer menu this year, with chicken shawarma and bhajis offered as fillings. Greggs has refreshed its drinks lineup too already, with ready-to-drink coffee cans being rolled out alongside iced drinks. The new and returning food and drink items will be available from Thursday the 9th of May in Greggs stores and via delivery platforms Just Eat and Uber Eats. The Spicy Mexican Bean Flatbread is a soft flatbread stuffed with mixed beans in a Mexican-style sauce with mixed peppers, sweet corn and jalapenos, covered with chipotle chili mayonnaise, from £3.35 and is 359 calories. Pesto Chicken Flatbread. This other new flatbread comes packed with pesto-style chicken, mayonnaise and a salad with slow-roasted tomato wedges in a garlic and oregano marinade. The flatbread is available in the cold sandwich and salad deal, which starts at £3.75 when purchased with a regular hot or cold drink, and at £3.35 it is 370 calories. The Cherry Bakewell Muffin. Greggs is taking the classic bakewell into a new format. This soft and fluffy muffin has sour cherry flavoured pieces throughout and is filled with cherry jam, covered in white fondant and topped with glazed cherry to replicate the Derbyshire dessert, at £1.45 at 360 calories. The ready-to-drink lattes are available in original and caramel variants. These lattes are made with cold brew based, crafted from Greggs Classic House blend coffee beans, which is shaken with semi-skimmed milk. A caramel flavoured syrup is added to the caramel version. From £1.70, it is 128 calories original and for 90 calories for the caramel. The vegan Mexican chicken free bake, it's back and it's just as tasty as ever, according to Greggs. The vegan-friendly bake features vegan chicken-free pieces, mixed vegetables and spicy Mexican-style tomato sauce, packed into a crispy pastry case topped with a seasoned crumb topping, £2 for 433 calories, and a strawberries and cream refresher. This iced drink is made with semi-skimmed milk and strawberry-flavoured syrup, topped with cream and strawberry-flavoured sauce, at £2.80 for 229 calories. The Welsh Government has increased its funding of baking apprenticeships and revamped the framework to help ease the bakery skills shortages in Wales. Details on these recent developments were highlighted to attendees of the Welsh Baking Conference in 2024 in a presentation from Terry Fennell, Chief Executive of FDQ, which is a specialist awarding organisation for food and drink qualifications and apprenticeships. Fennell revealed that the Welsh Government has now assigned a funding value of $7,560 to the FDQ's Level 3 diplomacy for proficiency in advanced baking industry skills, which marks a 78% increase in the past 12 months. In addition, a funding value of £6,311 has been assigned to the Level 2 apprenticeship, a 72% improvement since a year ago. Having long been known to lag behind the funding available to apprentice bakers in England, the rates in Wales have now been equalised, noted Fennell. I think it's something that is much needed in Wales, and over the next year or two, we really do hope to galvanise the sector and bring that apprenticeship ethic back into the public domain. According to market analysis from Food and Drink Wales, the Welsh bakery sector employs more than 5,400 people and generates a total turnover of around £682 million, of which £582 million is in retail sales. Baking represents almost a third at 32% of all manufacturing business units in the country. Despite these relatively high figures, the Welsh baking industry saw less than 20 apprentices start a programme during the 2022 to 2023 academic year. This isn't even enough to accommodate demand from Jones Village Bakery in Wrexham, which recently launched a search for a score of new apprentices. For a bakery sector that's so big and so varied, that's quite worrying, said Fennell, noting that the number of new apprentices starting in Northern Ireland was 4 or 5 times higher. We have some excellent training providers in Wales, we just don't have one in every town and city. Low awareness of apprenticeships and their benefits among businesses and prospective candidates, low funding and training provisions, inflexible delivery and questionable return on investment were some of the examples cited for the poor figures in Wales. Fennell, who is around 30 years in the field of apprenticeships, warned that the offer was quite complicated. We've got to get employers on the inside, we've got to get students on side, and we've got to get industry inside. However, he presented several reasons why apprenticeships are a good investment idea for businesses. Bakery apprentices tend to stay with a company longer because they feel invested in, when given time off for skills training and widening their knowledge base. This in turn saves money on recruitment. Good motivation is one of the characteristics that can spread to other colleagues. A retained, well-trained and productive workforce is another key benefit of hiring apprentices. Fennell noted that Level 2 was an intermediate starting point suitable for bakery trainees who haven't yet attained an accredited qualification. Some programs are primarily on the job, while some are on and off. It really depends how your business would like to work. The group, comprised of employers and other stakeholders, have helped revamp the framework and qualifications. Apprentices will now learn to be proficient in bakery production, laying out products on shelves for consumption, food safety and hygiene measures, and other knowledge and skills useful within a business. With a Level 2 diploma certificate in hand, which Fennell reminded was quality assured and internationally recognised, many apprentices move on to Level 3 to expand their roles and responsibilities, including into management. It's got a bit of everything I'm there. It's got a bit of science, a bit of knowledge, a bit of competent skills. It will set you in good stead for a career, asserted Fennell, noting that it takes around 12 to 18 months on average to complete Level 3. While programs in Wales have their own distinct approach to learning, apprentices will still be considered as having achieved the same level as those from the other 3 nations in the UK. A new Level 3 Lead Baker Trailblazer apprenticeship scheme was approved last August, which FDQ subsequently rolled out for the English market. The second annual Welsh Baking Conference was organised by 0 to 5 Food Industry Centre and held at Cardiff Metropolitan University on the 13th of March, with over 130 baking industry members coming together to discuss and learn about key issues facing the sector. Joining Fennell on stage for a presentation entitled Investing in Future Bakers, Education and Support was technical baking consultant Sarah Orton, who received the Outstanding Contribution to the Baking Industry Award 2023. Orton gave an impassioned talk about her past experience and studies in her dream job of baking, which included her being the only female worker at a bakery in 1974, graduating with a diploma from the National Bakery School at London's Southbank University in 1980, and returning to take a degree in baking 16 years later. Having now retired from the 9-to-5, she serves in the Executive Council of the Alliance for Bakery Students and Trainees, ABST, a not-for-profit organisation run by volunteers from industry and education, which supports anybody who is undertaking a recognised and accredited bakery qualification. This is backed by very generous sponsorship from industry partners, noted Orton. We seek to enhance the students' or trainees' education experience within industry visits, seminars and workshops, culminating in our famous annual conference that takes place at Alton Towers. Orton is also a liveryman of the Worshipful Company of Bakers, where she is chair of the Trade Liaison Committee. As the second oldest guild in London with a history dating back over 800 years, it is now mainly focused on supporting education. We are showcasing bakery skills and opportunities, not just putting flour and yeast and salt into a mixer and making bread or making a cake or biscuits or whatever, but all of the other essential roles to the baking industry, logistics, accountancy, ingredients, technology, all of these other things that are so vital to making the whole thing work. By planting these early seeds, we're seeking to reap a good harvest of skills and enthusiastic, innovative bakers of the future. We'll be ready to take on the very real challenges of feeding and growing the world's population. The bedrock of all of this is well-structured and accessible qualifications that are flexible enough to match and meet those challenges. A salted caramel and almond brownie from East Anglian business Two Magpies Bakery was recently crowned the champion for the first ever Britain's Best Cake competition. The event took place on Monday the 29th of April at the UK Food and Drink Shows, during which more than 130 sweet treats battled it out in 7 categories to find the best cake the nation has to offer. Here we take a close look at the competition, which is sponsored by Dawn Foods, Kluman and Bolter, Somerveld and Walker Humphrey. Entries were split into 7 categories, including brownies, classic cake, free from cake, fruit cake, individual cake, occasion cake, and tray bake, with a winner and highly commended cake awarded in each. From there, the category winners were judged again to decide the overall winner. Cakes of all shapes and sizes were entered, from elaborate occasion cakes to humble but delicious brownies. To judge all of the entries, British Baker assembled an elite judging panel of experts, ranging from retail buyers and product developers to technical experts, bakery business owners and college lecturers. The judging panel consisted of Michelle Phillips, founder of Mimi's Bakehouse, Amy North, editor at British Baker, Charlotte Thompson, senior lecturer at University College Birmingham, Chris Atkinson, buying manager ISB Anster, Gary Russell, sales director UK and Ireland, Dawn Foods, Darryl Stevenson, assessor at Coleg Cambria, Patrick Wilkins, National President of the Craft Bakers Association, Lee Pugh, Head of Bakery at 025 Food Industry Centre at Cardiff Metropolitan University, Graham Honegold, founder of Longboys, Martin Wolstenholme, product developer at Booths, Chris Parrington, NPD and technical manager at Kleeman Volta, Richard Herbert, cake technical manager at Sonneveld, Lee Smith, owner of Poppy Seed Bakery, and Joanna Maloney, owner of Cake Tastic Creations. Every cake was put through its paces by the team of experts, being assessed on its visual appeal, internal structure and bake quality, as well as aroma and taste. With the winning cakes and Trabex, decided it was time to inform the creators of their success. The category winners were Brownie, Salted Caramel and Almond Brownies by Two Magpies Bakehouse. The classic cake was Carrot and Pecan Cake by Stir Bakery. Free From Cake was gluten-free Black Forest Brownie, Sweet Treats by Martin Frickle. Fruit Cake is a dark chocolate orange and ginger Barabreath Bakery. Individual Cake was Flower Pot by Anders Kitchen. Cation Cake was Garden Party Cake by Little Barn Cakes. And Tray Bake Orange, Cardamom and Bay Cake by Ginger Bakers. Finsbury Food Group has unveiled a new Stranger Things celebration cake to add to its range of sweet bakery items created via brand licensing partnerships. Available now in Tesco stores at £13, the new cake features a chocolate sponge with a layer of sweet filling, covered with soft icing indented with clockwise Roman numerals, finished with an incredible image of the young cast members. The launch is aimed at fans of the hit Netflix show, which has its latest season currently in production. Finsbury has also rolled out refreshes to a selection of its existing branded cakes. Said to be a key license focus for the global entertainment company, the Disney Princess Cake has now brought 9 of the favourite Disney princesses front and centre design. The cake, which is nut-free and includes a sticker collar, features a sponge layered with jam and frosting, covered with soft icing and edible decorations. It was launched last week at Asda, Morrisons and Tesco's. The SpongeBob Celebration Cake, meanwhile, is listed at Tesco and follows the exact same recipe and price for the Disney offering. However, it is square shaped and features just the one large smiling face of Nickelodeon's popular character. Work with licensing partners like Netflix, Disney and Nickelodeon plays a key role in our licensing strategy at Finsbury and allows consumers to involve trending or indeed nostalgic characters in their special occasions, commented Andrew Scott, Finsbury's brand manager for Carrots Cakes. In terms of trending shows, it doesn't come much bigger than Stranger Things, which has taken the world by storm in the past few years. We're sure fans will be getting ready for the 5th season with this new delicious cake from Finsbury. Lastly, receiving a revamp is the Galaxy Chocolate and Caramel 5.5-inch cake at £4. This now comprises a chocolate sponge with pockets of caramel sauce, topped with chocolate frosting, chocolate buttons, and a caramel drizzle. It is being sold at Asda, Tesco, and Sainsbury's. In looking at the opportunities that lie ahead this year, Finsbury Head of Brands and Marketing at Darryl Newlands has said that branded lines played a key role in shopper baskets. Our strategy is to continue to invest in the licensing of brand market and develop our range of products that are very much consumer and trend driven, Newlands revealed. Recent examples of this from Finsbury include the chocolate M&M's Easter brownies and the Bailey's chocolate Yule log. Finsbury Food Group agreed to a £143.4 million takeover offer from Isle of Man-based asset management firm DBay Advisors a little over 6 months ago. If you guys like the content, please make sure to subscribe. It really helps to support the channel and to watch the video at the end screen. The Southall-based bakery supplier Bread Spread Ltd is recalling at least 23 different products due to serious food safety concerns. According to an alert from the Food Standards Agency, FSA, a variety of chilled and ready-to-eat baguettes, French sticks, sandwiches, rolls and wraps sold under the brand names Bread Spread, Orbital Foods and Perfect Bite have been found to contain Listeria monocytogenes. When consumed, the bacteria can cause flu-like symptoms such as high temperature, muscle ache or pain, chills, feeling or being sick, and diarrhea, and in rare cases lead to severe complications such as meningitis. Some people are more vulnerable to Listeria infections, the FSA, including those over 65 years of age, pregnant women and their unborn babies, babies less than 1 month old, and people with weakened immune systems. In addition, the Bread Spread products were subject to a number of hygiene and traceability contraventions, which the FSA said also made them unsafe to eat. As these products have not yet been prepared in accordance with food hygiene, safety and other legislative requirements, they do not comply with the requirements of assimilated EU regulations. Food businesses such as catering establishments and corner shops across the UK have been advised to remove and safely dispose of any products from bread spread with a use-by date up to and including the 18th of May 2024. The list of affected products include packs of all sizes, such as following: tuna sweet corn French sticks, ham cheese French sticks, chicken tikka French sticks, chicken sweet corn French sticks, egg sausage sandwich, chicken tikka sandwich, chicken salad sandwich, chicken sweet corn sandwich, ham cheese sandwich, cheese ploughman sandwich, chicken mayo soft roll, tuna sweet corn soft roll, egg mayo soft roll, cheese and onion soft roll, chicken tikka soft roll, tuna sweet corn torpedo, chicken mayo torpedo, ham cheese torpedo, egg mayo torpedo, chicken bacon twist, tuna sweet corn twist, chicken sweet corn baguette, and egg mayo sausage baguette. The situation was still developing as of the 14th of May, noted the FSA, meaning the above list should not be considered as complete. As such, it advised consumers not to eat any of Breadspread's chilled or ready-to-eat products. Breadspread's website states that the company has been producing fresh quality food across the UK for years and using only local produce and supplies universities and colleges, as well as over 1,000 independent retail stores. Among the innovations showcased in recently launched bakery ingredients are flours that create less airborne dust particles and flavours that mimic real fruit purees. There's also a couple of cake mixes, including a vegan option, a flexible sponge sheet, and a sauce that captures the flavour of the iconic Kit Kat chocolate bar. Other recent NPD roundups have focused on new sweet and savoury goodies. Now we take a peek through the ingredients, looking to make life easier, safer and more exciting for bakers and food service. Tip Top Ultra Clean Flour Range by Good Mills Innovation. This new range of flours from the European Clean Label Ingredients brand is said to offer a solution to the long-standing issue of fine dust for bakeries. The flours are hydrothermally treated to aggregate the fine fractions into high-density particles, which settle quickly and thus limit airborne particles in the workplace. By producing up to 80% less respirable dust compared to common wheat flour, according to IGV Potsdam data, Tip Top Ultra Clean Flour helps to minimise an employee's risk of exposure to respiratory diseases, whilst benefiting bakeries through reduced cleaning and maintenance and a mould-free environment. Two varieties comprise the flour range, one made from wheat grains and the other made from milled rye. Good Mills Innovation has said that both flours can enhance the appearance of breads, pastries and other baked goods, and when used for dusting, they result in a traditional and rustic look. Ambient Sponge Sheets by Paidy. Belgian pastry specialist Paidy has redeveloped its popular ambient sponge sheets to extend shelf life from 4 months to 9 months. Available in neutral or choco flavours, the sponge sheets measure 58 centimetres by 38 centimetres and are flexible enough to be formed into a variety of shapes, whilst remaining light yet indulgent in texture. The subtle taste of the neutral sponge sheets makes them compatible with the whole host of flavours, allowing menus to be easily updated to reflect emerging trends and seasonal flavours. Choco sponge sheets can be used in an indulgent chocolate dream or can utilise fruit to offset a burst of freshness. Fruit puree flavours by ITS. The Berkshire-based flavour specialist has expanded its range of natural fruit puree flavours with a handful of fresh options, offering a just crushed fruit taste. The 5 new flavours include pear, apple, blueberry, pineapple and guava, which add to last year's launches of strawberry, raspberry, passion fruit, peach, apricot, banana, blackberry and mango. ITS said its new flavours, which are allergen-free and suitable for vegans, have been developed to support food manufacturers meet growing consumer demand for authentic fruit flavours while mitigating the cost and supply issues that may come with the use of real fruit purees. The company noted that the subtle flavour of pear had been introduced as it was gaining traction for its use in indulgent high-end patisserie, while blueberry continued being one of its best-selling across all food categories. Guava is currently trending and allows for an intense flavour profile. Last month, ITS revealed it was increasing its flavour manufacturing and NPD creation capabilities with the acquisition of a second facility near its existing site, Newbury. Yogurt Cake Mix by Dawn Foods. The global bakery supplier Dawn Foods has launched an easy-to-use yogurt cake mix, the classic French tea time treat featuring a moist texture with a subtle tang of natural yogurt. It can be used to make a variety of bakes, from loaf cakes and muffins to bundt cake and tray bakes, all with a great volume, soft, fluffy mouthfeel and a delicate sweetness. Dawn noted its yogurt cake mix was developed as a contemporary twist on one of its most popular products, the creme cake mix. The new mix also holds inclusions well and requires just the addition of oil, water, and eggs. Bakers can intensify the yogurt flavour by replacing some of the water in the recipe with a plain yogurt. The launch forms part of Dawn's Total Cake Solutions campaign running throughout 2024, which highlights a range of cake types and ways in which bakers can humanise classic recipes to appeal to today's consumers. The company pointed to data from Mintel's 2023 UK Cake Survey, which found that 44% of consumers surveyed reported that they eat cakes, cake bars, or sweet baked goods at least once a week. KitKat Sauce by Nestlé Professional. Helping food service operators bring the flavour of the famous chocolate bar to out-of-home dessert menus is the new KitKat Sauce, which includes pieces of wafer. It has been launched in 1 kilogram bottles with a squeezable design which provides 66 servings and offers a shelf life of 12 months. Nestlé research found that almost 9% of UK consumers surveyed said they enjoyed adding sauces and toppings to their ice cream. With over 1 billion KitKat products consumed every year in the UK, this sauce is a must-have for chefs, commented Danielle Cartney, desserts category lead, Nestlé Professional UK now. The sauce is versatile and ready to go straight from bottle. It's perfect for filling donuts, croissants, and muffins, or for drizzling over fruit, waffles, cakes, crepes, and ice cream. You can even use it as a dip for churros or shared desserts. Vegan Muffin and Sponge Chocolate Mix by Middleton Foods. The latest addition to Middleton's popular vegan product range is a mix to make chocolate muffins and sponge cakes. The family-owned supplier said its new mix is simple to use and ensures quality and consistency. Said to have been developed with an innovative combination of ingredients and produced in the UK, the plant-based product requires just water to be added before mixing and baking. Fruits and nuts can then be added for added appeal, with the 3.5 kilogram bags being mixed enough to make either 7 8-inch cakes or 57 muffins. Britain's Best Loaf 2024 has been named as a garlic and rosemary deep pan focaccia. Created by Four Eyes Bakery in Chesterfield, the focaccia took the top honour ahead of over 180 other loaves, a record number for the competition, which is marking its 11th edition this year. These were entered into 8 different categories: white, full grain, plain, sour, flavoured sourdough, innovation, international gluten-free, and newly introduced seeded sourdough. Britain's Best Loaf 2024 was sponsored by ADM Milling, Baco Group, Quad Food and Bakery Equipment, and the Safra UK and Ireland, and formed part of the food and drink shows at the NEC Birmingham on Tuesday the 30th April. Tom Martin, head baker at Four Eyes Bakery, was on the verge of tears upon receiving the trophy, saying he was utterly proud and privileged to go up against so many talented guys at the competition. To walk away with the trophy, I'm absolutely speechless. The focaccia is comprised of a mix of wild-farmed T65 and Manitoba flowers with fresh rosemary and extra virgin olive oil and a topping of Maldon sea salt. Its alluring appearance had drawn the attention of judges since it was first laid out in the morning, and it didn't fail to live up to expectations once cut open and sampled, offering a light and airy open structure and supremely well-balanced flavours and aroma. The focaccia edged its rivals in a highly competitive international category before going on to be crowned the overall winner. It's clear the baker has worked hard on this, said one judge, with others noting that the well-baked crust did not feature any burnt rosemary. Fantastic, incredible flavour, and keeps making me come back for more, with some of the other comments lauded on the product. The judging panel consisted of Alex Gooch, founder and baker of Alex Gooch Artisan Bakery, Amy North, editor at British Baker, Andrew Late, technical sales manager at the Safra UK and Ireland, Claire Powell, technical baker at Baco, Claire Barton, owner and head Bakehouse 124, Dan Riley, deputy editor of British Baker, Gareth Edwards, head of sales for craft and specialty at ADM, Lee Smith, owner of Poppy Seed Bakery, Louise West, training advisor for NFT DT, Lucas Fusniga, director of Fusniga Ltd, Naomi Spaven, head baker at Wild Bakery, Neil Woods, bakery consultant, Sarah Orton, bakery consultant, Sarah Thornburg, artisan baker at Corner Cottage Bakery, Simon Lawton Hayes, technical sales manager at Brook Food and Bakery Equipment, Tim Goodwin, founder of The Street Bake Shop, and William Leet, bakery development technician at David Wood Baking. Amy North heaps praise on the champion Frank Bakers. We received our biggest ever number of entries ever this year, and with incredible quality on display, it's by no means an exaggeration to say that competition was fierce. I'd like to thank the sponsors and all the judges for not only making Britain's Best Loaf 2024 possible, but also making it a triumph. The spectacular brains we saw were a real testament to the skill, commitment and imagination of bakers across the UK. In the flavoured sourdough category, the winner was the beetroot multi-seed sourdough by Seasons Bakery, described by Seasons Bakery as a real multi-seed soured with great taste of beetroot and toasted beetroot chunks. The technical skill of the baker was evident, expressed the judges, who noted the loaf's nice crust, open waxy texture, and the even distribution of beetroot which had bled its colour into the crumb of the loaf. And highly recommended was the dark chocolate malt with Mediterranean orange sourdough by Lovingly Artisan. In the gluten-free category, the winner was the cinnamon raisin bread by Sage Bakery. Described as a delicious little loaf filled with organic raisins and a delicate middle layer of organic Ceylon cinnamon and organic coconut sugar, its humble appearance took the judges by surprise as they stated, "You wouldn't know it's gluten-free." They also praised the sweetness added by the coconut sugar and the plump raisins dotted throughout. And highly commended was the gift gluten-free bread by Hobbs House Bakery. In the innovation category, it was the Kashdi Rye by Peter Cook's Bread. This loaf came about after collaboration with another Herefordshire food business, Wiley's Apple Cider Vinegar, which was launching its organic live balsamic vinegar. Having been impressed with the flavour, Peter Cook's Bread decided to take its 100% rye sourdough loaf and add raisins soaked in the balsamic vinegar and local Herefordshire apples to the dough. The result is a semi-sweet whole grain loaf that pairs well with mature, strong cheeses, as well as simple eaten by itself. It worked perfectly, commented the judges. And highly commended was the wild garlic and double Gloucester ciabatta by Dalesford Organic. In the international category, the winner was the garlic and rosemary deep pan focaccia by Four Eyes Bakery. This Italian-inspired loaf also took home the ultimate title of Britain's Best Loaf 2024. Deep pan garlic and rosemary focaccia packs a punch. The super soft and airy texture was a hit with the judges, who described it as joyous to eat. They also highlighted the loaf's good looks, noting that it really stood out in the category. And highly commended was the soda bread by Joe's Bakery. In the plain sourdough category, the winner was the Oxford Country Loaf by Emma at the Bakery. The Oxford Country Loaf combines a perfect mix of white, wholemeal and different kinds of rye for a simple yet profound flavour. Judges noted the use of limited ingredients in the category, flour, salt and water, meaning it all falls down to skill. This was proven by the loaf's open structure, good waxy texture, and taste as evidenced by the well-shaped and well-handled dough. And the highly commended was the sourdough by the Bear Bakery. In the seeded sourdough category, the winner was Uncle Tom Cobbler and Null Your Davy Bread. This usually named sourdough loaf is made from a blend of malted, white and wild-farmed wholemeal flours with a semolina and poppy seed crust. The shape and bake of the loaf impressed the judges, who commented everything was spot on. One even said it was probably one of the best loaves I've ever eaten. And highly commended was the 7-seed sourdough by Dalesford Organic. In the whites category, the winner was Purgley's Joe's Bakery. Joe's Bakery triumphed in the white category, having produced the winning and highly commended loaf. Its Purgley's is a crusty white bread made with a 2-stage fermentation process for great flavour and crust, both of which were praised by the judges. You can't ask for much more in a white loaf. And highly commended was the Farmhouse by Joe's Bakery. In the whole grain category, the winner was the wholemeal loaf with bran crust by Seasons Bakery. A second win for Seasons Bakery with its wholemeal loaf, which is made from wholemeal flour, water, bran, yeast and salt. This attractive loaf won over the judges, who said, "This is the epitome of a whole grain loaf," adding that it's nice to see additional products made and such a high quality. And highly commended was the wholemeal tin by Joe's Bakery. If you guys enjoy the content, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. It really helps to support it, as well as watching the video at the end screen. Thank you. Scott Bake is to cease bakery production in July due to soaring input costs, resulting in the loss of 12 jobs. The 30-year-old firm was once the largest independent wholesale craft bakery in the Highlands and Islands of Scotland, supplying food service and retail sectors with a wide range of savoury and sweet goods, including bread loaves, rolls, filled sandwiches, pastries, scones, pancakes, muffins, cakes and donuts. It is also the distributor of Kingsmill, Warburton's and Hovis products across the Highlands and Islands, operating out of a 14,000 square foot headquarters located on Burnett Road in Inverness. This has been remodelled out of an old bakery which Scott Bake purchased from Premier Foods in 2011 via a multi-million-pound investment from the Bank of Scotland. There is a great deal of sadness and reluctance that we have had to make the decision to stop production, Scott Bake Managing Director Derek Smith has said. confirming that high energy rates, inflationary impact on ingredients, and increased labour cost had eroded profit margins to the point where it was no longer a viable business for the future. However, the MD noted that he wished to concentrate on a successful distribution service that within the business, which employs more than 40 people at Scottmake. Speaking back in 2011, when he was operations director, Smith said distance to market is one of the biggest problems facing any business in the north, and we now have a ready-made area-wide daily distribution centre, which could bring huge savings and efficiencies to other suppliers who want to piggyback onto our operation. A similar fate befell Dorset-based biscotti specialist The Artful Baker, which closed its doors in April due to inflationary pressure. Meanwhile, large-scale manufacturers are reporting significant cost easings in recent months. Mr. Kipling and Cadbury Cakes producer Premier Foods, for example, announced a return to volume growth in its most recent full-year accounts, with revenue and profit both increasing by double digits. Scottish shortbread specialist Deans of Huntly has secured a £750,000 financing package from Virgin Money to help meet overseas demand for its products during the seasonal spikes. The Aberdeenshire-based family-owned business already exports to markets including Germany, the US, Australia and China, selling both its branded shortbread and own label products supplied to major retailers abroad. With a high seasonal demand for its range of hand-baked shortbread ingredients, the firm was seeking additional working capital to ramp up production in the run-up to Christmas, Mother's Day, Chinese New Year and other major events on the calendar. Ministerial Department UK Export Finance UKEF worked with Virgin Money to secure the trade finance with a guarantee offered through its General Export Facility GEF product. This has enabled British exporters to access over £325 million in new working capital loans since it was launched in 2020. According to UKEF, which noted it could also fast-track applications for financing facilities worth up to £10 million. The GEF facility has helped us manage the working capital implications of large export orders, commented Dean's CEO Bill Dean. With the time it takes to ship the products, it can take 3 to 4 months to get payment from when the shortbread was made and shipped. Dean highlighted the GEF's functionality of being able to withdraw what funds are needed when they are needed and then pay it all back when it's not needed. It has enabled us to pursue more customers in the US as well as expand in the Far East and Europe. The flexibility of what you can use the GEF for means we can use it to fund overseas sales, but also take on new people and invest in new equipment to improve processes and reduce environmental impact as well. Dean's has already used some of the GEF funding, which was first agreed last year to complete its Christmas 2023 shipments. It also helped produce special edition Year of the Dragon tins for Chinese New Year celebration in early 2024 and launch a new range of shortbread hearts for this year's Valentine's Day and Mothering Sunday. The new financing will support planned investments in new equipment at the Dean's production site in Huntly, around 38 miles northwest of Aberdeen, and the creation of up to 20 jobs. Dean's has a distinctly Scottish product which is much loved around the world, and our support is helping them to enjoy continued export success, said Tim Reed, CEO of UKEF. The overwhelming support of majority of UKEF's deals support smaller businesses like Dean's, ensuring that entrepreneurs from all over the country can benefit from international trade. Craig Wilson, head of FX sales and trade finance at Virgin Money, revealed Dean's had been a customer of theirs for many years, describing them as an inspiring business to work with given their success and export growth. We are proud of our strong relationship, but we don't take it for granted, and developed an innovative and tailored international solution to help Dean's continue their success trajectory. Last year, Dean's was among 13 other Scottish producers, including Bell's Food and Drink Group and Board of Biscuits, to receive funding from the Food and Drink Federation Scotland to help make its products healthier. The global majority of authentic Scottish shortbread appears to be in good health, with Walker's Shortbread posting growth in exports of almost 10% in its latest financial results. As the nation nibbles, dunks and chomps its way through National Biscuit Day on the 29th of May, we take a look back at the most interesting biscuit launches in the UK baking industry over the past year. McVitie's White Chocolate Digestives. Speaking of traditions, or rather twists on them, McVitie's announced its most significant launch in a decade last July with a white chocolate version of its digestive biscuits. Palace, which owns McVitie's along with several other bakery brands such as Jacobs, Cars, Go Ahead, Flips and BN, said the biscuits had proven particularly popular with young consumers during testing. In rolling out a £1 million giveaway campaign across its McVitie's range last month, Pladis revealed that the white chocolate digestives had been its biggest launch in biscuits of the last 2 years. It said the variety had been worth £7.6 million in the 6 months since debut, citing Nielsen IQ data to the 17th of February 2024. Tim Tam chocolate biscuits. Having been big down under for generations, celebrating its 60th anniversary earlier this year, Australian brand Tim Tam made its UK retail debut in March with listings at Waitrose and Ocado. 3 flavour options, original, dark and chewy caramel, are now available in 200-gram packs, priced at £2.50. The original recipe comprising a sandwich of 2 crunchy malted biscuits with a chocolate cream filling covered in a thin layer of textured milk chocolate was inspired by the British classic Penguin biscuits. A tradition unique to the Antipodeans but now promoted to UK consumers is the Tim Tam Slam, whereby you bite off diagonally opposite corners of the biscuit and use it like a straw to suck up a hot beverage before shoving the slightly soaked remainder into your mouth. Sports biscuits. Demand for nostalgic childhood treats resulted in the resurrection of sports shortcake biscuits by Elks Biscuits. The product dated back to the early 1970s but had been discontinued in June 2022 following Elks' acquisition from Two Sisters by Boparan Private Office. The 116-year-old manufacturer, based in Utexeter, had invested £1 million in new equipment last year, with the relaunched biscuits featuring more detailed mouldings of sports figures playing the likes of netball, windsurfing, skateboarding and car racing. J&CK Cookies. 2 years of research and development led to the launch of J&CK Bakery's non-HFSS cookies last year, which offers 90% less sugar, 50% less saturated fat, 3 times more protein and 5 times more fibre when compared to existing products on the market. The 4-strong range includes milky chocolate, triple chocolate, white gold chocolate and white ruby chocolate variants. Sold in pack 3 at £1.99 to £2.60, each 40-gram cookie is said to have a Nutri-Score of 0 under the HFSS regulations. The Maidenhead headquartered company said it was continuing to move forward with plans to disrupt the UK sweet treat market with the appointment of 4 highly experienced food industry professionals in senior roles last August. Mars and Bounty Secret Centre Biscuits. An indulgent new format for 2 favourite chocolate bar brands was unveiled last July with the Secret Centre biscuit range from Mars Chocolate Drinks and Treats MCD and T. The Mars variant featured chocolate caramel and nougat flavours coated in milk chocolate, while the Bounty one had a creamy coconut filling covered in milk chocolate. They were aimed at tapping into rapid growth of the special treats subcategory at the time, which MCD and T General Manager Michelle Frost said could be credited to the lipstick effect. This was when consumers were seeking to reward themselves with smaller treats and pick-me-ups and trade up to indulgent options despite financially challenging times. Priced at £1.69 for an 8-pack of 132 grams, the Secret Centre biscuits were initially launched at Home Bargains and then Poundland. A Twix variant was added earlier this year. Domino's Cream Egg Cookies. Billed as the brand collab you didn't know you needed. Pizza chain Domino's stepped up its indulgence game at Easter by unveiling a limited edition version of its popular takeaway cookie, stuffed with a whole Cadbury cream egg. The seasonal sweet treats reportedly sold out at stores across the UK. However, they faced a fierce backlash from former Health Minister Lord Bethell, who took to Twitter to label them as disgusting and not illegal but harmful. Domino's noted that the items were similar to others found on the high street and pointed to its new £4 lunch menu rolled out last month, which includes cheeky little pizzas under 600 calories. A 2-pack of standard cookies is on the extras list. And marking the occasion. Bringing ourselves back up to the present and today's National Biscuit Day celebrations, Hill Biscuits in Manchester is conducting various activities with local communities and beyond. These range from a school bake-off and biscuit donations at care homes and hospices to giveaways for visitors at Portland Basin Museum. The company is also working with the National Trust on a pledge to plant 200 trees, one for every 40,000 biscuits it is producing today. Hill recently unveiled plans to roll out £2 million investment over the next 12 to 18 months. One Stop has expanded its bakery range with 16 new own label and branded lines rolled out at more than 700 stores across its UK estate. Among the sweet baked goods debuting at the Tesco-owned convenience retailer are Simply Donuts Mini Ring Bites at £1.50 for an 8-pack, One-Stop Cinnamon Buns at £1.80 for a 2-pack, Tesco Raspberry Sponge at £1.60, and Tesco Chocolate Tray Bake at £7. Customers can also take advantage of a 2 for £4 offer on a selection of new sharing packs, such as One-Stop Chocolate Cornflake Clusters, 15s, One-Stop Chocolate Flapjack Bites at 20 pieces, One-Stop Mini Chocolate Chip Muffins, 16 of them, and One-Stop Millionaire Bites at 22. 5 different Warburton's products are also being brought into some stores, including the recently launched Protein Power Loaf at £2 for a 700-gram loaf, and Protein Thin Bagels at £1.90 for a 4-pack. Warburton's sales director Colin Billington has said back in February that these would help the bakery giant capitalise on the protein trend. The remaining new bakery items at One Stop are Pitch Chocolate-Filled Brioche, 4 of them, Warburton's Sliced Sandwich Rolls, 4, Serene Original Malt Loaf at 260 grams, Lee's Mini Snowballs, there are 12 of those, Lee's Mini Tea Cakes, there are 12, Warburton's Potato Cakes are 6, and Warburton's Gluten-Free Tiger Bloomer at 400 grams. Our team have been working hard to curate a refreshed selection of tasty bite-sized treats, perfect for picnics and sharing, commented Henry Morlick, head of product at One Stop. If you prefer donuts, flapjacks, or mini muffins, there's something for everyone. Our new lines are at affordable rates and will no doubt elevate those upcoming gatherings. One Stop's bakery expansion follows on from a successful overhaul of its fresh range, which started last October and had another batch of newcomers in April this year. These mark the company's first range resets in over 2 years. The retailer is also working with suppliers including Rosa's the Bakers in Sheffield, Luke Evans Bakery in Derbyshire and Nottinghamshire, John Daiwa Bakery in Leicestershire, and Braces Bakery in Wales to stock their products at selected stores in their respective regions. Working with local businesses in the area to offer our customers a range of baked goods, including freshly baked rolls, sourdough cobs, or sweet treats, reinforces our commitment to providing the communities we serve with exactly what they want and need. Among the 17 items chosen for listings are Rose's Artisan Sourdough at £2.25, Luke Evans Bobby's Foot Loaf at £1.55 for 400 grams, Dyer's Jam Donuts £1.65 for 4-pack, and Brace's Malted Bloomer at £1.30 for 400 grams. Being able to supply multiple stores across the country with our bread and bakery treats at the convenience of our customers is vitally important to our business, said Jonathan Brace, director at Brace's Bakery. We're sure One Stop customers will love these new products and they will become firm family favourites for years to come. WH Smith has unveiled its biggest investment in food in the past decade with the launch of the new brand Smith's Family Kitchen. Available in over 300 WH Smith UK travel stores, the range is the retailer's first own brand food range and comprises more than 30 products including sandwiches, salads, wraps and baguettes. These include a gochujang Korean barbecue chicken wrap with pickled slaw and a New Yorker-inspired sandwich made with salt beef. Vegetarian and vegan products are also featured, including the falafel and hummus wrap and Mexican naked burrito bowl, with sweet potato and chipotle sauce. The retailer added that Smith's Family Kitchen offers a wide range of choice at different price points and as part of its meal deal. We're making our biggest investment in WH Smith's food offer since we first started offering chilled food and drinks in our travel stores more than 10 years ago. With the launch of a new and delicious food-to-go range, said Andrew Harrison, Managing Director of UK Travel at WH Smith. Working with a team of chefs to tailor our range and ensure we're using the best quality ingredients has been fantastic, and the team has done an excellent job with the look and feel of the new brand. It's a really exciting time for the business. UK Travel is the largest division in WH Smith, with 590 stores across the UK in airports, railway stations and hospitals. The retailer recently reported strong growth for UK Travel in the first half of the year, which it said was driven by the business's transformation from a news, books and convenience retailer to a one-stop shop for travel essentials. Food to go and meal deals are one of the key reasons customers shop with WH Smith when travelling. Over 11 million meal deals made from over 900,000 product combinations are sold by WH Smith each year. It described this investment in the food brand and product quality as the next step in the company's one-stop shop format development. Bakkavor has improved outlook for 2024 following a strong first quarter performance and a return to volume growth in the UK. Group like-for-like sales at the food-to-go giant hit £543.3 million for the 13 weeks to the 30th of March 2024, representing 3.2% growth from the same period the year before. It noted that this was predominantly driven by its UK business, which recorded revenue of £458.4 million for a 4.1% increase on Q1 2023 sales. This was slightly better than the 3.9% growth in UK sales posted in its financial results last year. Beckfor said its UK volumes had strengthened through the quarter, supported by improving consumer confidence, successful innovation, and excellent service. Its LFL revenue in the US dropped by 5.8% to £57.7 million, while sales in China continued to rise, going up by 9.8% to reach £27.2 million. With a strong profit performance and continued focus on operational efficiency across the group, the manufacturer was upgrading its guidance for full-year operating profit with a new range of between £103 and £8 million. Its leverage ratio of operational net debt to adjusted EBITDA was reduced to 1.4 times, which Beckfor noted came from improvements in profitability and working capital. The encouraging financial performance was replicated in non-financial KPIs. It added including good progress in food waste and carbon emissions. Beckfor revealed confidence in delivering ahead of current market expectations based on further synergies and efficiencies in the UK, following the successful implementation of its 2023 plan. With inflation moderating and price recovery secured, it also revealed it was accelerating profit improvement in the US and stability in China, which it said continues to be cash generative and self-funding. One of the strategic transactions completed post Q1 was the sale of its bakery business in China, which it noted helped further simplify its operations in the region and lead to a profit disposable of around £3.5 million. Last year, we executed a dynamic plan to reset the business, and I'm delighted that the momentum this has created across the group has underpinned our strong Q1 performance, commented Beckfor CEO Mike Edwards. All three regions are making excellent progress against the group's strategic priorities of rebuilding margins and reducing leverage, and as a result, we are confident in delivering our increased guidance for 2024. Beckfor currently operates 43 sites across the UK, US, and China, employing around 18,000 colleagues and supplying a portfolio of over 3,000 products, including meals, pizza and bread, salads, and dessert to grocery retailers and international food brands. It owns the delicious dessert company which recently launched Millionaires and Cookies and Cream Cheesecake at Asda stores. Here are the latest hires unveiled by bakery manufacturers and ingredient suppliers, showcasing some internal promotions and strategic moves within the industry. The senior roles they are assuming include CEO, non-executive director, technical manager, and head of innovation and training. There's also a new chairperson at the trade body representing the food-to-go sector in Northern Ireland. Graham Williams, Chief Commercial Officer at UK Baker & Baker, the European sweet bakery supplier, has named Williams as its new CCO, covering the UK market. He replaces Tim Ryan, who is taking early retirement after 30 years, helping to grow Baker & Baker's key accounts tenfold, with a gradual transfer of responsibilities carried out over the past 12 months. Williams has steadily risen the ranks at the company since joining in 2019, playing a key role in nurturing relationships with large UK retail customers and driving growth across the in-store bakery category. He now joins the 6-strong senior leadership team led by CEO John Lindsay. We're extremely pleased to appoint Graham as our new CCO UK. His talent and commitment over the last 5 years has been evident to all, and that continuity will set us up for our next period of growth. Graham already possesses deep and positive relationships with our customers and has demonstrated his extensive leadership abilities in our commercial team during the transition period. Malcolm Well, independent non-executive director at Premier Foods. Warren is set to join the board of the manufacturer behind bakery brands Mr. Kipling and Cadbury Cakes following its AGM in July. The current CEO of Low Carbon Packaging Fruit has more than 35 years experience in commercial, operational and leadership roles, and previously spent 11 years at Essentra, the last 6 years of which were as MD and Group Commercial Director. Premier Foods also announced that Richard Hodgson will retire in July after 9 years as a non-executive director, while Lorna Tilbian, who joined the board in April 2022, will step up to become senior independent director. The business recently unveiled plans to exit the frozen pizza-based market and close its Charnwood site so it could focus on further growth of its brands. Paul Trotter, technical manager at Silvery Tweed Cereals. Having previously worked for the cereal and seed ingredient supplier earlier in the career, Trotter returns to assume the role of technical manager. He now brings 16 years of experience in the food industry along with a wealth of skills and expertise to the family-owned business based in Northumberland. Truss's key responsibilities will include implementing strategies on product quality and technical services and providing ongoing training and development initiatives to the team relating to raw materials, products and food quality. Paul's proven track record in technical systems development and his dedication to continuous improvement will be invaluable assets as we strive to exceed our customers' expectations, commented Martin Drury, Head of Technical at Silvery Tweed Cereals. Samantha Rayan, Head of Innovation and Training at Henley Bridge. The Lewes-based ingredient supplier has internally promoted its development chef, Rayan, to the newly created position of Head of Innovation and Training. The move was said to be signalled a renewed focus on training and innovation at Henley Bridge, with Rayan heading up a product training programme for all employees, as well as hosting monthly customer innovation days, recipe development and actively seeking out potential new product ranges. It's very exciting to have a change of direction after 8 years here at Henley Bridge, said Rayan. Innovation will be at the forefront of everything I do. I'll be constantly updating and honing my skills and product knowledge, both in the UK and internationally, which I will then be able to transfer to the wider team and customer base. This year, the company unveiled half a dozen leadership appointments to help achieve extended growth targets. Kira Campbell, chairperson at the Northern Ireland Food to Go Association. Henderson Food Service Sales Director Campbell, a 20-year veteran of the food and drink industry, has been announced as the new chairperson of the trade body, which represents and supports takeaway and food to go businesses in Northern Ireland. Starting a 2-year term, she will lead the board made up of several key industry experts, including Chief Executive Michael Henderson, who founded the organisation 5 years ago and has been lobbying on behalf of its 750 plus members and the wider sector ever since. The Northern Ireland Food to Go Association, which was recently known as the Northern Ireland Takeaway Association, aims to provide advice and advocacy under its Unite, Support, Grow ethos, while upholding industry standards for businesses working in the sector. A recent survey conducted by the association found that 70% of respondents stating that recruitment of skilled workers remained a major issue, as well as business rates, insurance, utility bills, and sustainability. Walls is targeting morning occasions with the launch of 3 new products, including a breakfast Scotch egg and jumbo roll. The three have been developed to meet increased demand for quick and convenient breakfast options, with more than half of people now eating breakfast on the move, according to Viper Pastry Consumption research from August 2023. The new products are an all-day breakfast Scotch egg, an innovative twist on the British classic. Walls said it is the first to market breakfast Scotch egg and combines a hard-boiled egg with seasoned pork sausage meat and golden breadcrumbs, complete with smoked bacon and a hint of tomato. The second option is the all-day breakfast jumbo roll, an all-new recipe for Walls' #1 selling jumbo sausage roll. This variant is filled with all the ingredients expected from a traditional full English breakfast, including sausage, bacon, egg and beans in Walls' light puff pastry. And the third is the all-day breakfast slice. This contains the same ingredients as the roll in a larger slice format. It has been designed to be an easy breakfast on the go and can be warmed in the microwave or eaten cold. The range is set to build on Walls' solid performance over the past year, with sales up 49% for the 52 weeks to the 14th of April 2024. It forms part of the brand's wider strategy to introduce more formats and cater for a wider range of eating occasions, having recently launched into quiche and food to go. As a category-leading brand, we know we can add real value to chilled savoury pastry, and one way to do that is through delivering exceptional food in exciting formats that tap into new occasions, said Jason Manley, brand director at Walls Pastry, which is part of the Complete Food Group. Demand for quick, easy, but super tasty on-the-go breakfast solutions is on the rise, and our range offers shoppers a new way to enjoy the Walls brand. Whether that's through a twist on our well-loved jumbo roll or brand new concepts like the breakfast Scotch egg. Lee added that the brand hoped they would encourage more people to buy into the category while also offering loyal fans something new. This is a tactic embraced by several savoury pastry players of late, with many launching seasonal or limited edition products to drive excitement and draw in young consumers. Breakfast has been a strong theme among recent NPD, with Ginsters also recently unveiling a breakfast roll, while Plucker added an all-day breakfast pie to its portfolio. Donuts is offering some sweet relief to inflation and the cost of living crisis, with a donut topped with a Frodo chocolate bar for just 10 pence. However, the Nottingham-based donut specialist is putting the bargain bakery treat on sale for 1 day only, on the 31st of May, at its 8 stores across the East and West Midlands. Weighing in at a little over 650 calories each, it comprises a ring donut topped with chocolate frosting, hand-finished with chocolate cake crumb and a Freddo chocolate bar. The initiative is said to pay homage to the days when you could purchase a Freddo for just 10 pence. The frog-themed bars were originally launched by Cadbury in 1930, remaining at 10 pence until 2005, but rising to 25 pence by 2016 and 30 pence a year later. Its current registered retail price is now 49 pence. Donuts said that as a result of the steady price hikes, Freddo bars have often been informally used as a measure of inflation rates and the rise in the cost of living. Freddo is an absolute favourite among chocolate lovers, but there's always such a furore over its rising cost, commented Lauren Quick, marketing manager for Donuts. The price has multiplied massively since being relaunched in Cadbury in the 1990s, and people taking it to social media are outraged. Quick revealed Donuts wanted to give its customers a bit of nostalgia, especially as Cadbury celebrates its 200th anniversary this year. In a nod to the treat, we have given Freddo an amazing donut lily pad to sit upon. Who knew you could improve on this classic treat? It'll be our cheapest donut ever, she noted, adding that they would be limited to one per customer while stocks last. Specialty donuts at Donuts, such as the ever-popular Biscoff and the red velvet varieties, as well as vegan options like Eton Mess, apple pie and cherry bakewell, sell for between £2.95 and £3.95. The company claimed it sells over 15,000 donuts per week on average across its estate, which includes shops in Nottingham, Derby, South Normington, Lincoln and Cannock. It has recently brought back its online nationwide delivery service due to high customer demand. Earlier this year, the firm launched a collaboration with Nottingham-based street food vendor Working Man's Kitchen to create the Knotsville Hot, a spicy fried chicken burger in a sweet glazed donut bun that was sold at Nottingham Forest home games. The two brands also combined to create a donut pizza. Freddo Friday comes just a few days after National Donut Week, which saw bakers across the nation whip up sweet treats to delight customers and raise money for the Children's Trust. Independent coffee house Caffè Nero has rolled out its summer menu for 2024 at stores nationwide, aimed at bringing a slice of Italian decadence to UK stores. Headlining the trio of bakery sweet treats in the lineup is the Maritozzi bun, described as the star of Italian breakfast, and something that tantalizes the taste buds with an instant hit of Italian sunshine. The bun, which takes its name from the Italian for almost husband, as men would traditionally gift them to their fiancés, is one of the UK's latest viral food trends, with videos on TikTok showing Londoners enjoying them from local Italian bakeries. Google searches for Italian cream buns have leapt 450% over the past 12 months, according to Google Trends data recorded on the 8th of May 2024. Caffè Nero's version of the Rome delicacy consists of soft sourdough brioche, made using a sourdough that is over 35 years old and proved for more than 8 hours. Infused with lemon and orange, the bun is then filled with a light sweetened cream and finished with a dusting of icing sugar. The company noted that the indulgent but light bun was typically eaten for breakfast, and it pairs beautifully with a coffee for a morning or mid-afternoon burst of energy. Another newcomer to the menu is the Italian blueberry mousse cake, which features zingy sponge sandwiched between layers of light blueberry mousse and white chocolate crispy balls topped with fruit jelly and blueberries. Rounding out the sweet trio is the Sicilian lemon meringue cheesecake, comprising the layers of creamy lemon cheesecake with a zesty tier of Sicilian lemon curd on a crunchy biscuit base. Topped with fluffy Italian meringue, the launch of our Italian-inspired menu really does signal the launch of summer in the UK, commented Will Stratton-Morris, CEO at Caffè Nero UK, adding, "You won't believe how light and delicious the Maritozzi bun is." In February, the Nero Group, which also owns coffee shop brands Coffee One and Harrison Hall, reported 17% sales growth for the first half of its financial year, with group revenue hitting £265 million. This followed news that Caffè Nero was set to open its first drive-through store at Stansted Airport. With 762 stores nationwide as of the start of the year, the Nero Group came fifth in the top 75 list of out-of-home businesses in the Bakery Market Report 2024, behind Costa, Greggs, Subway and Starbucks, respectively. The continued rise of flatbreads as a sandwich carrier has seen both Greggs and Costa unveil filled flatbread recipes on their new summer menus recently, among other savoury and sweet bakery NPD. Trifle has an image problem. It's a quintessential English dessert, but its use of alcohol-soaked sponge, layers of fruit, jelly, custard and cream can feel a bit old-fashioned to some customers. Trifle is a loved dessert, popular in boomer and sandwich generations, but perhaps less known by Gen Z audiences, notes Courtney Jones, test baker for Zealandia UK. As a traditionally pinned festive dessert, past iterations of trifle presented in large glass bowls were often associated with family sharing and dinner party consumption. But as tastes and eating patterns change, is this centuries-old festive favourite at risk of falling out of favour with the younger generations? What can bakers do to reinvigorate the humble trifle? A trifle by another name. The good news is nostalgia, often with a twist, is a long-standing trend among bakery consumers, but serving up a bog-standard trifle won't do the trick. Presenting trifles in different formats, such as individual pots and cake jars, has made it more accessible to purchase and eat as a singular dessert, therefore appealing an indulgent sweet treat for the one on-the-go consumer. M&S was one of those to find success with this format, rolling out a trio of cake jars in 2021 in Raspberry Ripple, Trillionaires and Colin Caterpillar varieties, with other flavours following at a later date. The retailer also unveiled a Trifle Caked Alaska, a trifle and baked Alaska hybrid with layers of sugar soaked sponge, creamy custard semi-Fredo, raspberry sauce and whole raspberries, topped with soft peaked mallow and toasted almonds as part of its 2023 Christmas range. It has even taken the concept into fully loaded ice cream. Tesco, meanwhile, added jam trifle buns to its lineup for summer last year. Although definitely more bun than trifle, they embraced the classic flavours with a swirl of raspberry jam, filling and topped with vanilla-flavoured icing as well as a sprinkle of sugar pearls for some added texture. Jones also highlights a recent innovation by London-based Humble Crumble, which just a few weeks ago released a limited edition trifle crumble. It comprises chilled strawberries, raspberries and cranberries, topped with classic shortbread and custard, finished with vanilla mascarpone cream, raspberry gel and freeze-dried raspberries. Sweet sustainability. Other bakers can embrace the limited edition spirit and tackle food waste at the same time. Trifles are perfect for using bakery leftovers and therefore an ideal solution for bakers looking to reduce food waste at a time of rising costs. From using up cake cut-offs, browning bites, or even pieces of donut, bakers can flex their creativity by transforming day-old confectionery lines into profitable products while using seasonal flavours to inspire trifle creations all year round. To help bakers with creativity, Jones offers up a few variations on the humble trifle. A spring example would be lemon blueberry trifle layer cake with a blueberry filling, fresh cream and cold patisserie custard flavoured with lemon extract. A summer variation is jelly and cream trifle, layer cake with raspberry jelly, fresh cream and cold patisserie custard. The autumn version, a caramel spiced apple trifle, cake ideally flavoured with speculoos, layered with caramel, mixed with chopped apple and spices, custard, caramel, and finished with fresh cream. And winter, the black forest trifle, chocolate layer cake with black cherry filling, chocolate custard, and fresh cream. Notably, the winner of the Platinum Pudding competition to celebrate Queen Elizabeth's Jubilee in 2022 was a lemon Swiss roll and amaretti trifle, suggesting there is appetite for flavours beyond red fruits. A move away from the classic fruit flavours is also drawing in younger generations, as is a DIY aspect which allows for the creation of treats from things already in the cupboard. This has led to some interesting TikTok posts, Jones says, highlighting one in which someone used store-bought ingredients such as Cadbury Dairy Milk Pots of Joy, brownie bites or chocolate Swiss roll, and squirty cream to create a quick and easy dessert. It seems there's still plenty of life between the layers yet, as Jones concludes new flavours, formats, and a baker's eye for sustainability are reinvigorating the classic dessert and increased popularity for younger audiences. Scottish baker Murdoch Allen has landed a Morrison's listing for its new Dundee roll, created to celebrate the firm's expansion into the area. The roll, available in the retailer's stores from Dundee to Peterhead, is described by Managing Director Paul Allen as slightly larger than an average bread roll, light and fluffy on the inside with a fantastic crunch on the outside, making it perfect for lunch and hot breakfast rolls. They'll also be available in independent shops throughout Dundee and in Murdoch Allen's own bakery outlets in Aberdeenshire and Aberdeen. It was launched to mark Murdoch Allen's expansion outside of its Aberdeenshire base for the first time when it acquired Teviotdale Bakery in Dundee earlier this year. The move was described as a significant step forward for the family-owned craft bakery, which as part of the deal took over Teviotdale's manufacturing site, capable of producing around 100,000 rolls per week. The acquisition protected 9 jobs and is expected to create 10 more jobs, with the Morrisons listing supporting this growth. We're proud of the long-standing relationship we've built with Morrisons and are delighted that they've agreed to put the Dundee roll onto their shelves, said Paul Allen There's no better feeling than walking down the supermarket aisle and seeing our range of products that have been baked by our teams in Aberdeen and Dundee, who are completely committed to quality and taste. He added that he hoped the Dundee roll would become as synonymous with Dundee as the firm's Aberdeen Buttery's links to the Granite City. First came our Aberdeen Buttery and now our Dundee roll, he said. We've had a warm welcome since expanding our operations into Dundee. It's great to see the ovens firing and the production line slowly getting busier again. Bread rolls have been produced at our Dundee bakery for more than 50 years, so it seemed only fitting to dedicate a roll to the city where they are made. Murdoch Allen already supplies most Scottish supermarket chains in Scotland, including Asda, Aldi, Co-op, Local, Morrisons and Sainsbury's, with baked and confectionery items including its Aberdeen butteries, pies and sweet treats such as yum yums, cream cookies, donuts, apple turnovers and seasonal strawberry tarts. The UK donut market is changing rapidly. Once dominated by supermarket jam donuts and hot sugared options at seaside towns, it has exploded to make way for household names, innovative independents and everything in between. The donut market is undergoing significant changes in terms of the types and sizes of businesses operating within it, explains Laura Hensley, marketing assistant at AD Milling. While traditional bakeries and donut shops remain prominent players, there has always been a notable rise in the presence of large retailers and specialised donut chains. Donut Time, Crosstown, Project D and Donuts are among the specialised donut chains to make a splash on the UK market, while Behemoth Krispy Kreme, which is celebrating 21 years on UK shores, has also expressed its desire to get donuts into the hands of more happy customers. Donuts are one of the most popular items in bakery right now, and for good reason, believes George Tatlow, head of NPD Food Service at the Complete Food Group. Consumers are looking for treats that are indulgent but affordable, which donuts are perfectly placed to provide. Thankfully, the nation's appetite for the sweet treats has kept up with the ambitions of these firms, meaning that in 2024, the market is vibrant and relatively sheltered from the cost of living crisis. There is an ongoing demand for donut products across the bakery sector, with 36% of people in the UK increasing their consumption of donuts in the last 12 months, notes Miriam Bernhardt, Category Director Bread and Pastry Solutions at CSM Ingredients, the sponsor of National Donut Week, which is taking place from the 18th to the 26th of May 2024, to raise money for the Children's Trust charity. They are a key feature in all ranges as they appeal to a wide-ranging audience, Bernhardt adds. This has been fueled by innovation in flavours, decorations, eating occasions and boutique donuts, culminating in donuts also being perceived as visual and culinary masterpieces. So what are the innovations, flavour fillings, toppings and more capturing the nations? All shapes and sizes. When is a donut and not a donut? This isn't the start of an amusing riddle, but instead an examination of the evolution of donuts and their formats in recent years. If you'd asked consumers 5 years ago what their favourite donut was, it would have been a close call between a filled round donut and a sugar ring donut, believes Andy Taylor, NPD manager at Zealandia UK. From Yum Yums, finger donuts, donut holes and giant donut cakes, today the very definition of this popular sweetened dough spans many shapes, sizes and flavours alike. Longboys, which specialises in gourmet finger donuts, is one of the notable players in the arena. Finger donuts are arguably more traditional than their round cousins, but the London-based company has sought to refine them using the pastry skills of its founders to create light brioche-based treats with patisserie-style toppings. Pistachio creamer, toasted meringue and blueberry compote are among the fillings to grace the donuts at Longboy's 3 sites. Rapidly expanding Canadian chain Tim Hortons is one firm pushing Donut Bites, or Timbits as its version are known, while up-and-coming Project D has doubled with the other side of the size spectrum to create giant donuts for all occasions. With the evolution of shapes and sizes comes the rise of hybrid donut creations. It arguably started with Cronut, the classic croissant donut mashup, but has continued to evolve as bakers combine flavours and formats of popular bakery products to create new and exciting treats that have added social media appeal, notes Tatlow at the Complete Food Group. The Yum Nut Yum Yum Meets Donuts, brought to shelves by M&S in 2020, continues to draw in fans with caramelised biscuit, eat on mess and lemon meringue options among those available. Other examples highlighting by Tatlow include the Panettone, which combines donut dough with the flavour profile of a panettone to offer a modern twist on a classic Christmas classic, and hot cross bun donuts that bring together fluffy, fruity dough with seasonal custard. A sense of adventure. The hybrid trend continues through to flavors as bakers blur the lines between beloved donuts and donut fillings. These combinations are right on trend, according to Jackie Passmore, marketing lead West EU and AMEAP bakery supplier Dawn Foods, pointing to the likes of apple crumble, cinnamon dolce de leche, tiramisu, and key lime pie as fillings which tick this box. Bread Ahead is one such bakery, having captured an audience both on social media and in person for its creme brulee donuts, which were first introduced in October 2023. The visual of the sugar on top being melted by hot metal is a sight to behold, both online and offline. Our creme brulee donut is still the top seller by far, says founder Matthew Jones, adding that it is the top seller of anything we've ever done. It really is unbelievable. It sells the next most popular flavour of vanilla by more than 50%, and sometimes even double. Naturally, the nation's bakers are hoping to come up with the next big thing when it comes to donuts. The good news is there are plenty of up-and-coming flavours, plus a host of classics waiting to be invigorated to choose from. Adventure is back on the menu as consumers embrace new flavours from around the world, as well as experimenting with unexpected flavour combinations, says Passmore. We're seeing some fantastic creations that are breaking traditional boundaries with new flavours, textures, and formats. Yuzu is a flavour on the rise thanks to its tartness and a floral undertone, while other Asian influences such as miso and matcha are gaining popularity, particularly when paired with sweet flavours. Pistachio is the premium flavour for 2024. Passmore adds, highlighting the use of it by a luxury donut firm Donatelier in its Sweet Rose Donut, which features a pistachio and vanilla filling, meringue, chantilly cream, raspberry jam, ground pistachios, and a fresh raspberry on top. Other examples include Krispy Kreme's Baklava Bliss, released in its Eid range, filled with pistachio and topped with sliced almonds, hazelnut nibs, and honey drizzle. Crosstown has also embraced the green hue with its vegan-friendly pistachio and rose donuts, which sees its signature vegan sourdough base filled with pistachio and rose custard, topped with rose icing and a pistachio crumble. Pump up the jam. As Technotronic blasted out in the late 80s, it's time to pump up the jam. There are so many tempting morning of goods competing in the same space, from viennoiserie to Scandi-style buns, but the classic jam donut continues to outsell all of them, says Cabana Bakery MD Nikki Taylor. This speaks to its enduring popularity. As simple as it is, it can't be bettered. Jam donuts are the UK's favourite donut, according to recent research by CSM Ingredients, with 40% of those polled declaring their love for the classic creation. With that in mind, some in the industry believe more attention should be paid to the jam. Jam has become a thing, according to Bread Ahead's Jones, who categorises donut customers in two ways: the creamy chocolatey customer and the jam customer. He's not talking a bog standard jam either, but a proper homemade raspberry jam. A YouGov survey from 2022 found that the classic jam donut is a consumer favourite, 52% of Brits choosing a jam-filled donut as their first choice, and 39% of these opting for a raspberry jam filled. That does leave a good proportion wanting other fruity flavours though. What we've seen is that bakers are being more experimental with their donut jams, using alternatives such as pineapple, blueberry, apricot, or even more indulgent fruit fillings such as red cherry. Donuts with a difference. It is hard to stand out in a crowded market, but doing so, as Bread Ahead proved, can be lucrative. As such, many are turning to indulgence, premiumization, and innovation as a point of difference. The trend for visuality, stunning donuts, is being favoured by Gen Z consumers who've adopted TikTok and short-form videos on Instagram and YouTube as quick ways to digest information on trends in new products and in food and drinks. Vigor is likely to be better online, as has been seen in the online popularity of giant croissants and other sweet treats, but an interactive element can go a long way to boosting popularity. The nation has developed a fascination with what's inside, observes Michael Schofield, Bakel's group marketing manager. Consumers love the element of surprise when biting into a donut filling with a delicious filling. There's the pop of enjoyment with indulgent products torn open to reveal a tasty filling, and it makes for incredible Insta-worthy snaps too. Krispy Kreme is one of the brands to embrace the online community, so far as to include a bookable content studio for influencers at its recent opened flagship store on Oxford Street. The opening was also attended by a host of influencers, including the Traitors Season 2 winner Harry Clark. It is also extending its reach beyond bakery through collaborations with brands from outside the food and drink sphere, such as its recent partnership with the online fashion retailer Pretty Little Thing. Social media is a key element of the donut market in the UK, helping to spread news of our new offers and keep our products front of mind. We are focused on creating emotional loyalty beyond simple transactions and are fostering a community of donut lovers, says Jamie Dunning, President and Managing Director of Krispy Kreme UK and Ireland. Donuts remain as relevant as ever, but customer expectations are evolving. We're leaning into this with Apex brand experiencing such as our melt-in-the-mouth original glazed donuts, which customers can see being made fresh daily at our hot light shops. Experimental and interactive donut experiences are gathering pace, notes Hensley at ADM Milling, as they provide consumers with unique opportunities to discover and indulge in their favourite treats. Social media plays a significant role in driving this trend, with consumers eager to share their experiences and discoveries with friends and followers online. A donut for every occasion. Sharing is caring, particularly when it comes to donuts. Krispy Kreme says that more than 70% of its sales are shared in some form, whether with friends or colleagues at the office, as they remain an accessible and affordable treat for celebrations big or small. The trend of donuts being brought for sharing and for celebrations such as birthdays, parties, weddings and christenings, as well as seasonal treats, will continue as consumers make the most of the appeal, explains CSM Ingredients Bernhardt. Personalization is important here, with 58% of 16 to 24-year-olds stating that adding their own decoration appeals to them, so bakers can indulge in this via toppings and fillings for birthdays and occasions. Project D's DIY collection that text it yourself is one option on the market, which allows consumers to choose their glaze and craft a message, which the Derby-based firm will then create on one of its mega donuts. Gifting presents another opportunity for sweet treats, with many of the online specialists, including Crosstown and Donut Time, offering gifting options for their ranges with add-ons like a greeting card, celebrity sleeve, or even a tipple to accompany the sweet treats. Day-to-day, CSM says 70% of donuts are purchased in the afternoon, partially as a result of promotional activity, in-store merchandising, and their appeal as an indulgent on-the-go snack. Fellow bakery supplier British Bagels points to the big night as a potentially untapped opportunity for donuts, particularly for premium offerings. From in-home to out-of-home events and shows are becoming an increasingly important arena for donut makers to play in, and some of the events may be surprising. We find donuts are a big thing in the bodybuilding scene. A lot of people tend to just eat everything they have been restricting themselves of whilst training for a competition. Once it's over, many love to celebrate donuts, says Wade Smith, MD of Nottingham-based Donuts, which has taken its treats to the Arnold Sports Expo and the UK Top 2 Artists Convention. Project D, meanwhile, pops up at more than 2,500 events across the UK every year, from Comic-Con to Chicken Wing Celebration Wingfest, and even international sporting events at Wembley Stadium. The reality is that there isn't one donut occasion or audience, explains Stuart Galbraith, category lead at sweet bakery manufacturer Baker & Baker. Here you have a set of products that has evolved as a suitable option for almost any occasion and season. As such, ranges need to be versatile and accessible, although the diversification of the market naturally allows for this, with big box retailers offering a great range of products from more value-oriented lines through branded concessions, whilst independents utilise social media to disrupt and create a point of difference. CSM Ingredients have been a proud sponsor of National Donut Week since conception, as home to some of the UK and world's most trusted bakery brands, including the best donut mixes. CSM Ingredients is delighted to be helping bakers produce the highest quality donuts for National Donut Week to help raise funds for the week's charity, the Children's Trust. From traditional bakery to naturally added value ingredients, each one of CSM's ingredients brands enhances its special heritage while being proud players in the UK's food industry transformation. The Craig Miller brand has been an important part of UK baking industry for decades and is trusted by bakers across the UK, delivering classic and all-American style donuts and confectionery products directly to bakers. It also produces a wide range of delicious fillings and toppings to help bakers deliver the highest quality end products, from donuts to muffins to celebration cakes and beyond. The wide and innovative range of products includes bakery fats, cake mixes, cream alternatives, ready-to-use icings, glazes and mellows. Craig Miller guarantees great tasting, versatile and easy-to-use products every time. National Donut Week has just happened and the nation's bakers have been whipping up sweet treats to delight customers and raise money for the Children's Trust. Running from the 18th to the 26th of May, the week sees bakers, cafes, and more donate money from donut sales to the charity which supports children with brain injuries. From classic jam donuts to ice cream-themed delights, on-trend pistachio ones, and very lemony treats, there is a donut to suit all tastes. Bird's Bakery, East Midlands. There's chocolate galore at Bird's Bakery, which is serving up a double chocolate donut at its 60-plus stores across the East Midlands. Packed with a creamy filling, this hand-decorated delight is topped with chocolate fondant, Belgian white chocolate, and marbled chocolate curls. Waring's Bakery in Reading. Ice cream is the theme of the week at Waring's, which is decorating branches accordingly alongside rolling out 4 limited edition donuts. Mint Choc Chip, a ring donut dipped in chocolate topped with a bulb of mint flavoured cream, with chocolate chips mixed through and finished with a drizzle of mint icing. Raspberry Ripple, a ring donut topped with white fudge icing that has been flavoured with raspberry and marbled with raspberry colouring, then finished with freeze-dried raspberry pieces. Cookies and Cream, a ring donut topped with a white fudge icing dipped in crushed cookies and cream biscuits, and finished with a bulb of cream that has been mixed with Blitz cookies and cream biscuits. Chocolate Fudge Brownie, a ring donut dipped in a chocolate fudge icing and chocolate vermicelli, topped with a bulb of chocolate cream and finished with fudge pieces. Pip & Co. Swindon. Premium donut makers Pip & Co. have teamed up with chai producers Henry and Joe's to create a limited edition treat. If it proves popular, the chai-flavoured filled cinnamon donut will make a regular guest appearance in the range. Each week, Swindon-based Pip & Co. bakes around 20,000 donuts, all made from natural ingredients with no additives or preservatives. The new chai and cinnamon variety will be available at the farmers markets Pip & Co. Visit and online. Burns the Bread Glastonbury. Burns the Bread is keeping things on trend by embracing fan favourites, retro classics, and on-trend flavours. Biscoff donuts filled with a generous amount of speculoos and topped with fondant icing, buttercream, and a Biscoff biscuit. The eye-catching free donuts filled with banoffee pie filling and topped with yellow icing, buttercream, a chocolate drizzle, and a slice of crunchy dried banana. On-trend pistachio donuts packed with pistachio cream, covered in green icing, buttercream, and delicately placed pistachios, and indulgent choc and hazelnut donuts filled with hazelnut spread and smothered in chocolate icing, chopped cream, and a hazelnut Florentine. Donuts Nottingham. To raise funds for the Children's Trust, Donuts is donating 20p from every single Homer donut it sells during National Donut Week. The bright pink donut, named after donut fan Homer Simpson, is smothered in pink icing and topped with colourful sprinkles. Dorrington's, based in Hertfordshire, Essex, and Cambridge. Family business Dorrington's is drumming up interest with an indulgent chocolate donut which is crammed full of Belgian milk chocolate custard, topped with chocolate fondant icing, and finished with Belgian milk and white chocolate curls. The bakery, which has 16 sites, will also donate 15p from every donut sold during National Donut Week, including its raspberry jam donut, pink sprinkle donut, chocolate ice donut, and custard donuts. And Joe and Dough, Sheffield. There's a donut for all tastes and diets at Joe and Dough. The premium donut specialises in serving up classic glazed ring donuts, indulgent millionaire's donuts with a dolce de leche filling, and chocolate ganache and shortbread topping, and triple chocolate donuts. There's also the very lemony, which has a lemon curd filling, lemon icing, and candied peel topping, as well as the vegan Biscoff filled with Biscoff puree and a fondant and Biscoff top. Aromatic sourdough starters, high-protein flours, and on-trend flavoured inclusions are among the new bakery ingredients unveiled by suppliers. It's been a particularly busy time for ingredient innovation recently, with the previous NPD roundup just a few weeks ago. Now we check over the latest launches from baking industry heavyweights, including AB Mauri, Dawn Foods, Paratos, and Goodmill's Innovation. Exceptional compound Yuzu, Dawn Foods, UK and Ireland. As the newest product in Dawn's Total Cake Solutions program, the easy-to-use concentrate liquid compound helps add the distinctive citrus flavour of yuzu to neutral creams, fonds, frostings, and fondants, as well as other sweet bakery applications such as loaf cakes and eclairs. Yuzu is described as a blend between lemon and grapefruit, with complex herbal and floral notes. One of the fastest growing flavours in sweet bakery, it pairs well with other fruits such as lemon and orange, as well as chocolate and even chili, delivering a more intense flavour and natural yellow colour, but at a lower price than real fruit purees, which are often not suitable for all applications. The compound from Dawn can be used straight away from the 1 kilogram bottle. Sapor La Vida sourdough starter from Puratos. The first completely traceable active sourdough support Levida has been unveiled by Puratos. Made exclusively with 100% whole wheat flour sourced from farms using regenerative agriculture practices, sourdough enables bakers to meet growing demand for locally produced, sustainably sourced bakery products. Levida is said to offer a tangy flavor profile in all applications. With fruity, balanced lactic and acetic notes, it enhances fiber content in white bread too. It was created as a result of partnerships with Belgian farmers located less than 200 kilometers from the company's factory on the outskirts of Brussels, who are pioneering regenerative agriculture. High-quality regenerative whole wheat flour is sourced through cooperatives, including Cultivate and Farm for Good, ensuring a transparent and traceable supply chain from farm to fork, noted Puratos. Levida is the latest addition to its Sapor range of living and inactive sourdoughs, and follows on from the February launch of Sapor Sally, which is made with wild-farmed regenerative flour. Smart Wheat High Protein Flour by Goodmills Innovation. Hamburg-based Goodmills Innovation has developed a solution to the problem of fluctuating protein content in wheat flour, which impacts the water absorption, dough processing, and baked product quality. Its smart wheat compensates for apparent declining protein content of wheat in recent years, blamed on EU fertilizer regulations and increased occurrences of droughts. Obtained from protein-rich, high-stretch wheat through purely physical fractionation, Goodmills noted it does not use water for rinsing or high temperatures during production. Instead, it finely grinds its flour via a gently crushing process, which separates the highly active protein particles while preserving its natural functionality. Compared to doughs prepared with conventional gluten, Smart Wheat provides a predictable and reliable dough quality, allowing for a higher volume of baked goods. It is suitable for a range of products, including multigrain and wholemeal baked goods, yeast doughs, and leaners, with recommended dosages of between 2 and 10%. Aromafirm sourdough pastes AB Mori. 3 new sourdough pastes have been introduced to the UK market by AB Mori, comprising of malts, seeds, and grains to enhance flavour, texture, and aroma. These join its already extensive portfolio of sourdough products, including starter cultures and inactive powders and pastes, and active and inactive liquids. The newly launched Aromafirm trio includes whole flake paste 25, made with fermented malted barley flour at its base, and soaked malted UK wheat grains from AB Mori's own wheat maltings in Gainsborough, Lincolnshire, creating products with a deep malty crust and crumb colour as well as great flavour. Sprouted MG Paste 30, a perfect split between malty flavours and aromas with the textural benefits of sprouted grains. Sponge and Dough 15. Using sourdough fermentation methods to replicate the flavour profile of traditional yeast fermentation, this delivers great UK craft, sponge and dough flavours and aromas within the finished bread. Other benefits of using sourdough paste within the likes of bread and rolls include the agility to add soaked seeds and grains into the product as opposed to dried, to reduce moisture migration and to maintain softness, freshness, and the quality of the product's shelf life. Coconut and Bueno Deli Creams by Dawn Foods UK and Ireland. 2 new creamy fillings in flavours of coconut and Bueno, as in the hazelnut chocolate bar, have been rolled out by Dawn to help bakers transform the ordinary into the exceptional. Made using a 7% real coconut paste, the Deli Cream coconut is touted as the perfect choice for toppings and fillings in some bakes, including cupcakes and whoopie pies. The Deli Cream Bueno, meanwhile, has a smooth and creamy texture and combines real hazelnuts with white chocolate. Dawn suggests generous swirls of the cream topped in dark chocolate, Genoese sponge cake, and then decorated with chocolate curls. The supplier notes that the ingredients are ideal for spreading, piping, or filling, and can be used straight from the pail or heated gently for more malleability. As they do not contain water, they offer a longer shelf life. Health experts are calling for an extension of the sugar tax to cover cakes, biscuits, and chocolate, while pointing to its success on soft drinks in improving UK consumer diets. A recently published bulletin by the World Health Organization, WHO, urged governments worldwide, including the next government in the UK, to address the issue of excessive sugar consumption, which it said increased the risk of weight gain, type 2 diabetes, and other non-communicable diseases, as well as causing tooth decay. The report included analysis from experts at Queen Mary University of London, QMUL, regarding the results of 2 flagship UK government policies designed to encourage food and drink manufacturers to make healthier products. A total sugar reduction of 3.5% was achieved in the first 5 years since launching the Sugar Reduction Programme in 2015. The initiative asked food companies to voluntarily cut down portion sizes or reformulate their products to create lower sugar options. These were all high sugar categories, including biscuits, cakes, morning goods, and sweet confectionery, among others. However, the soft drinks industry levy in 2018 proved far more impactful, helping reduce total sugar sales by more than a third at 34.3%, from 135,391 tonnes in 2018 to 89,019 tonnes in 2020. Dr. Karthar Hashem, a lecturer in public health nutrition at QMUL and co-author of the bulletin, said the timely new research helps document key policy actions for the next government to undertake to improve their work on sugar reduction. Procrastinating any further should not be an option. Unhealthy diets are the biggest cause of death and disability globally and cost the UK more than £100 billion annually, asserted Hashem, noting that the latest analysis shows additional improvements can still be made to both policies to enhance their wider impact. This includes increasing the levy, reducing the sugar content threshold in the soft drinks industry level, and setting more stringent subcategory specific targets in the sugar reduction programme. Policymakers are also urged to consider applying a similar levy to other discretionary products that are key contributors to sugar intake, such as chocolate confectionery, to shift diets towards a healthier direction. A target of the sugar reduction programme has been to reduce sugar by at least 20% by 2020 across a range of products that contribute most to the sugar intakes of children. However, only small decreases were recorded in many categories such as cakes, biscuits and chocolate, according to the analysis. Experts recommend sugar reduction targets in high sugar food product categories to be mandatory, saying that the industry will only prioritise voluntary targets if aligned with commercial interests. Graham McGregor, Professor of Cardiovascular Medicine at QMUL and Chairman of campaign groups Action on Salt and Action on Sugar, previously described its decision to omit salt and sugar tax in its food strategy plans as shambolic. The professor, who was also a co-author of the WHO Bulletin, said that the new government needs to control the food industry rather than being subservient to its profits. This requires reducing the huge and unnecessary amounts of salt, sugar and fat in these foods by setting targets for each food group that are legally enforceable. Otherwise, many hundreds of thousands of people will die unnecessarily from strokes, heart attacks and cancer. Last November, Action on Sugar warned against the high levels of sugar found in cakes and drinks sold through UK coffee shops, with research finding that over a third were exceeding an adult's daily limit of 30 grams of sugar in just one serving. Meanwhile, trade body Scottish Bakers recently voiced concerns over the Scottish Government's move to introduce restrictions on the promotion of bakery products with high fat, salt, sugar, HFSS content in Scotland. Global ingredients marketplace TraceGrains has made strategic partnerships with sustainability champions Ditch Carbon, HowGood, Sedex, and Sustained Impact. Ditch Carbon provides AI-driven emissions intelligence for businesses. HowGood has the world's largest database on sustainable food and helps brands improve their environmental and social impact. Sedex is an online system that allows suppliers to maintain data on ethical and responsible practices, and Sustained Impact offers food and beverage companies environmental intelligence software to help reduce their impact. TraceGrains said that the new collaborations have helped it establish a new benchmark in ESG readiness and compliance, significantly elevating the visibility and manageability of ESG efforts across the worldwide supply chain. They also contribute to its delivery of a state-of-the-art, cost-effective solution that seamlessly integrates into brand sourcing, compliance, and product development workflows. The move comes after TraceGains research found that most food and beverage brands, including bakeries, have a strong desire to embrace more sustainable practices across their value chain. Results from a survey which were published in TraceGains' 2023 report entitled State of ESG Compliance for the Food and Beverage Industry had 64% of brands acknowledging the growing importance of delivering on ESG compliance despite the challenges associated. Furthermore, 50% of all respondents said they'd been willing to cease production on a particular line if it could not be produced in accordance with ESG objectives. This noted TraceGrains underscored the shift happened in the industry as many brands showed they were ready to walk the talk. In July, we'll launch the first of many integrated solutions on our platform that address a wide range of ESG-related needs using datasets mapped to our global supply chain network of more than 550,000 ingredients and 80,000 supplier locations, commented Greg Hartman, VP of Product Management at TraceGrains. It's an exciting time for our clients because they'll gain immediate access to the world's most trusted and comprehensive ESG assessments, from specialized global experts assessing and measuring supply chains, carbon emissions, deforestation, and labor and sustainability. Built on the same robust foundation as our TraceGrains network, these new solutions reflect our ongoing commitment to continuously improve and create value for our customers, said Hartman, adding this initial release is just the beginning of what the market can expect to see from us. The new partnership sees TraceGrains build on its long-established platform intelligence capabilities to aggregate and map ESG environmental data onto supply chains, down to the ingredient and location level. This provides companies worldwide with dependable, comprehensive insights and benchmarks to streamline compliance and product development. Companies are able to effortlessly assess and address ESG standards and goals armed with preloaded, standardized data for immediate use upon joining the network, noted the Colorado-based firm. Last October, TraceGrains launched its new Sales Hub app, which it says is more designed to empower suppliers to better promote their products to the global food and drink industry. 3 months later, it acquired NutriCalc, inheriting the Barnstable-based firm's nutritional calculation and labeling software to further enrich the offerings of its ingredients platform. Meanwhile, TraceGrains' latest report into research and development and product innovation tipped 2024 to be a big year for NPD at food brands, with more than 3/4, at 76% of survey respondents planning investments, up 12% from the previous year. Premier Foods has reported double-digit increases in revenue and profit, with full-year market share gains as well as a return to volume growth in its fourth quarter. In its preliminary results for the 52 weeks ended 30th March 2024, the manufacturer, which produces bakery brands Mr. Kipling and Cadbury Cakes among its wider portfolio, posted overall sales of £1.1 billion, marking a 15.1% improvement from the previous financial year. Branded revenue, including for the likes of Ambrosia, Bisto and Batchelors, contributed £958.1 million, of this total up by 13.5% from last year's financial year, while non-branded sales rose by more than a quarter, 25.2%, to hit £164.5 million. Trading profit at Premier Foods leapt 14% to £179.5 million, while margin staying roughly the same at 16%. This has been another really strong year for the business, with considerable progress across all of our key financial metrics and the 5-pillar growth strategy, stated CEO Alex Whitehouse. In the UK, branded revenue increased by 13.6%, accompanied by 29 basis points of market share gain as we continue to outperform the market. Our brands continue to demonstrate their relevance to consumers. Looking at Sweet Treat division, sales growth of Mr. Kipling and Cadbury Cakes helped lift branded revenue to £217.7 million, up by 4.2% compared to the year prior. Revenue growth of non-branded sweet treats was more prolific once again, soaring by 36.9% to reach £69.4 million, said to be due to a combination of contract wins in pies and tarts and price increases on existing ranges. Divisional contribution from sweet treats increased to £33.7 million, and margins jumped by 11.7%, a 130 basis point improvement on the prior year, which is said to have reflected volume recovery assisted by sharp promotional pricing. Premier Foods noted that the growth for Mr. Kipling reflected activity commemorating the King's coronation in the previous May, impactful in-store brand activation to assist shoppers navigate the cake category with greater ease, and a strong promotional campaign in partnership with the Minions franchise. Brand investment in Mr. Kipling had also been made through broadcasts of the Pianos advert, while new products launched during the year included Mr. Kipling Best Ever Signature Mince Pies, which saw the company enjoy its biggest ever Christmas, as well as Bakewell Tarts and Checkered Cakes. Its signature Brownie Bites range was also having well performed. As a result of lower levels of input cost inflation, in the second half of the year, the business increased its investment in promotional pricing, which it noted assisted in its volume recovery of Mr. Kipling products. Premier Foods saw revenue from its Cadbury cake range grow strongly in the second half. It said this was partly due to lapping a softer comparative period and also to impactful in-store brand activation and the relaunch of cream egg cake bars. The Mr. Kipling and Cadbury cake brands delivered further retail sales growth, in Australia reaching a combined record market share of 16.1%. During the year, distribution of the Mr. Kipling range expanded in the US to more than 3,000 stores, up from around 200 at the start of the year. Premier Foods expressed an enhanced focus on growing its brands in announcing the exit from the frozen pizza-based category and the planned closure of its Charnwood site this July. White House noted that the company was continuing to invest in its existing manufacturing sites, with capex stepping up as planned to £33 million to help drive efficiencies and facilitate growth through product innovation. He also expressed delight for the acquisition of breakfast brand Fuel 10K last October, which he revealed was now fully integrated into the core business and performing very well with exciting future plans. The CEO concluded by saying that this will return to volume growth. Premier Foods was on track to deliver on full expectations. The lipstick effect is a concept which defines consumers that are seeking to reward themselves with smaller treats and pick-me-ups and trade up to indulgent options despite being in financially challenging and dire times. Peterhead-based The Hayne Bakery has reformulated its buttery to appeal to the growing number of health-aware consumers. Butteries are a popular bakery in northeast Scotland, also known as Rowies or Aberdeen rolls, and traditionally made with flour, yeast, salt, and a large amount of lard or fat. They're said to have fallen out of favour with young people in recent times. Habe's new multi-seed version has 73% less saturated fat and 91% less salt than the original recipe. The family-owned firm's reformulation project was supported through funding from the Healthier Bakery Fund, an initiative from Food and Drink Federation FDF Scotland and Food Standards Scotland FSS that helps Scottish bakery businesses make their products healthier. Successful applicants are awarded grants of between £1,000 and £5,000, but must be investing at least 50% of the total project costs themselves. There's no question that butteries are very high in fat and salt, and we've found young people are more focused on their health, commented Patrick Jackson, owner and baker at Hayne Bakery. We used to make 50 tins of 12 dozen butteries just for our Saturday trade, but it's now fallen to about 20 tins, so we've seen a real shift which we put down to an increased focus on health. Jackson noted that his bakery wasn't afraid to try new things to meet consumer aspirations. Our multi-seed bread is extremely popular and it has no added salt or sugar, so we thought, why not create a buttery like this? Funding aided Jackson in devoting the time and space to focus on recipe development, all of which was done in-house. The main aim was to make a healthier buttery by incorporating whole grain flour and more seeds, but we made real progress in reducing the fat. It was a lot of trial and error. I made multiple samples by simply going into major retailers and picking up different products and trying the lighter fat alternatives, Jackson explained. After finding a suitable substitute, the baker was able to significantly enhance the nutritional value of its healthier buttery. In addition to the reduction of salt and fat, dietary fibre was increased by 121%, while calories were reduced by 24%. We've been selling our healthier butteries now since January, and we make about 10 dozen each week. It's not the same taste, but we have a lot of repeat customers, and if it is helping with people's diet, then that is great. Laura Wilson, FSS Head of Public Health and Nutrition, noted that it was important to enable businesses like Hayne Bakery to try developing healthier new things. Evidence shows that reformulation, for example, by reducing portion size, calories, or improving nutritional content, by increasing fibre is one of the most effective ways industry can help improve dietary health in Scotland. Joanne Burns, Reformulation for Health Manager at FDF Scotland, added, the fantastic work by Patrick and his team at Hayne Bakery in developing their better buttery highlights the amazing potential that the bakery industry has to make traditional recipes healthier. Many of Scotland's favourite foods are produced by our high street bakers, from butteries and Scotch pies to Empire biscuits and Yum Yums. The bakery industry has always been positive and proactive in meeting industry and health trends. FDF Scotland's Reformulation for Health team is on hand to offer free guidance and support to help get more healthy, traditional Scottish bakery products on shelves in communities across Scotland. Tesco is trialling an in-store bakery ISB model which allows for it to bake items on the shop floor. Aptly named Bake on the Shop Floor, the model is currently in operation at the Twickenham Express store and incorporates an oven, cooling rack, loose product display, cassettes, and packed product shelving in just over 1 square metre shop floor space. This enables fresh in-store bakery goods to be produced without the need for any backup or areas or specific ISB production space, according to the retailer, which noted that the model can deliver Tesco's full ISB range, including pastries, savoury items, and bread. The model has been developed for our smaller stores where there isn't enough space for our super lean operation. Tesco bakery specialist for ISB, John Lampert, has said, the super lean ISB model was rolled out last year as a way to allow smaller Tesco stores to offer an ISB range. It comprises a single unit which operates an oven, table, racks, and trays, all the elements required to run a bake-off operation. Having proved really successful, the super lean model, which will be extended to at least 25 additional stores this year. We know that freshly baked ISB products are important to customers, so unlocking a model where you can bake, cool, pack, and display all in a shop floor area has enabled us to deliver freshness and our ISB experience in stores that we wouldn't have previously been able to. The super lean model unlocked new ISB space for us by creating an all-in-one model where the entire production operation takes place on the shop floor. We can serve even more stores. Bake on the shop floor started out as an idea from the convenience team, who asked how they could get ISB into more convenience stores. Lamper explained working in partnership with Mono, Tesco's main equipment supplier for ISB. The team gradually built and tested the model over a series of months with experts from the retailer's business support, convenience, design standards, engineering, technical maintenance, supplier field, and commercialization function teams involved. The latest trial is described as delivering great results, with the model also set to roll out to at least 25 more stores this calendar year. Price hikes across Pladis' sweet and savoury snacking brands have helped them record sales growth of 14.9% during 2023, with profits also leaping along with market share gains. The manufacturer, formerly known as United Biscuits UK, reported revenues of £984.4 million in newly filed full accounts to the 31st of December 2023, well up from £857.1 million in 2022. Sales figures comprised those for Pladis' brands including McVitie's, Jacobs, Cars, Go Ahead, Flips, and BN, as well as for private label products and royalty payments for the use of those biscuits and cracker brands. The rise was attributable to increased product prices, which came in response to unprecedented cost inflation, noted the company. Meanwhile, Pladis UK's share of the overall UK biscuit market, excluding discounters, was said to have improved slightly from 21.5% in 2022 to 22.2% by the end of the year. Adjusted EBITDA, representing overall profit before taxes, financing, and other costs and expenses, rose by 11% to reach £151.6 million in 2023. This was largely due to the flow-through of benefits from prior year's supply chain cost base reduction actions. The company said its strategic objectives were aligned with those of its ultimate parent company in the UK, Pladis Foods Limited, which included the Complete to Win framework implemented in 2020, designed to unlock business potential through people and brands. One of the framework's four pillars is labelled Innovate Today to Fuel Tomorrow, and sees Pladis seeking to deliver industry-leading cross-category innovations. Among numerous NPD rolled out during 2023 was the McVitie's White Chocolate Digestive, which was reported to be Pladis' biggest biscuit launch in the last 2 years and worth £7.6 million in the 6 months since its debut. McVitie's has just unveiled a newly limited edition cola bottle flavour of its Jaffa Cakes, the first time it has ventured beyond fruit flavours, aimed at driving penetration among younger shoppers seeking innovative, unique flavour combinations. New sweet treats will initially hit Asda on the 10th of June in packs of 10 at £1.25, before a wider rollout at all major retailers from the end of July. A Price Mart pack will be made available for wholesalers and convenience retailers as well. The cola variant joins the likes of Rockin' Raspberry Jaffa Cakes, introduced last August as alternative flavours to the original Jaffa Orange, that have helped add £19.7 million in sales to the brand over the past 3 years, according to Nielsen total coverage data from the 15th of May 2021 to the 23rd of March 2024. Expanding its £8.6 million cake bars portfolio, McVitie's will also be launching Jaffa Cakes bars with a new cola flavour. Packs will come in 5 individually wrapped bars at £1.80. During 2023, the company spent £8.5 million of research and development, a significant increase on the £4.9 million invested the year prior, helping to further enhance its innovations in biscuits, crackers, and cakes. Moving forward, Pladis UK and Ireland recently appointed Taryn Lisa Mull McConnell to the role of Vice President of Research and Development. Franchise chain operator Cook's Coffee Company has unveiled ambitions to more than quadruple its Esquire's coffee estate in the UK and Ireland to reach 305 shops by 2035. The company, which is dual listed on both the Equise market in London and the NZX in New Zealand, currently operates 64 stores in the UK and 16 in Ireland. It placed 20th in the Bakery Market Report 2024. New openings over the past 2 months included in Collier's Wood and Pinner in London, Newport in Wales and Sudbury in Suffolk. Cook's Coffee revealed it was targeting shops of 80 and 18 in the UK and Ireland, respectively, by the end of March 2025, and would continue to add roughly 25 new locations across the two markets each year to ensure it hits the 300 mark. The Esquires brand has a strong pipeline of opportunities as it continues its commitment to building an ethical cafe group with great cafes owned and run by local people, stated the company. Cook's Coffee had previously been seeking to acquire synergistic business to help scale up its UK business, which at the time also included the 222 coffee chain. The subsidiary was placed into voluntary liquidation last September, with 20 sites located around central business districts deemed non-viable in a post-COVID market. Having acquired 222 in 2020, Cook said it has now fully written off its investment in its previous half-year accounts, with negative equity of £1.9 million reportedly in its preliminary results for the year ended 31st of March 2024. Esquire's sites, however, were said to be sheltered from permanent shifts in consumer behaviour, such as the work-from-home lifestyle change, thanks to their suburban and smaller town focus. The brand helped Cook's Coffee post UK sales growth of 21% up to $18.5 million New Zealand dollars from the $15.3 million New Zealand dollars recorded in financial year 2023, which it noted was more than double the industry growth average of 9%. Positioning itself as the local chain has proven successful for the Esquires brand according to Cook's Coffee, highlighting its strategic direction as well as a focus on organic coffee products and an enhanced food offering with local sourcing where possible. The sample menu on its website features the likes of Cumberland sausage roll, Eggs Benedict, smoked salmon bagels, and ham and cheese toasties, while a range of limited edition sourdough sandwiches have been introduced for the summer season. We are delighted to report strong sales growth across our existing estate of coffee stores as we continue our expansion program of new store openings, commented Keith Jackson, Executive Chairman of Cook's Coffee. We have an exciting growth pathway clearly defined and have Aidan Keegan appointed to drive the future development of the business. Aidan is uniquely qualified for the role, having spent 14 years as operations manager of the Irish business and the last almost 6 years as CEO of Esquires Coffee UK. The company has also recently hired 2 new regional developers to help accelerate growth in the north of England and South West and South Wales regions, after other regional developers had delivered strong performances elsewhere. Developers for Scotland and Northern Ireland are currently being sought, stated Cook's Coffee. Founder and Irish Managing Director Tony McVery has announced his intention to retire in June after the 25 years with the firm, to be replaced by former Starbucks executive Brendan Duignan, as part of plans to relocate the board to the UK. Independent director Mike Hutchison is also set to retire in June. Bertie's Bakery and Baked Bakery have landed listings in the major UK retailers for their new high-protein rolls and naan breads. Country Antrim-based Bertie's, which expanded its workforce last year after securing a Tesco supply deal worth £2 million, is now extending its relationship with Henderson Group throughout the rollout of a new product line in over 80 of the company's stores across Northern Ireland. The high-protein rolls, which are available in 4 packs of either white or seeded varieties, are expected to boost revenue further due to strong customer demand. Bertie's wide range of bakery products, including scones, buns and cakes, is stocked across 150 independent Spar, Eurospar and Vivo stores, in addition to 81 Henderson retail locations. The business, which operates a 15,000 square foot manufacturing site at Crewe Industrial Park near Magherafelt, said it has experienced strong growth in sales since it began listing with Henderson Group just over 4 years ago. Protein is one of the top food trends this year due to many people wanting to reduce their carbohydrate intake and increase their intake of protein, commented founder and MD Brian McErlin, who started Bertie's in 2020 after managing the parent's 50-year bakery business, Genesis Crafty, formerly known as McErlin's. As consumer needs and wants evolve, we want to be at the forefront of that, added McErlin, noting that over 21% of the calorific content of the new rolls is protein. Nottingham-based Baked Earth Bakery, meanwhile, has launched its garlic and coriander naan bites into 241 Asda stores nationwide. Coming in packs of 20, the naan bites are vegan-friendly and suitable for home freezing. Just take a few minutes to cook in the oven or grill and can be used for dipping, topping as a side, or served in a big bowl for sharing. We believe we are the first to market with these delicious and versatile naan bites, which are mini versions of our popular naan breads, expressed Baked Earth MD Dan Butt. As a family, we've been making naans for over 50 years, and this collaboration with Asda means that their customers can now buy our authentic Baked Earth bakery breads for their own families to enjoy. Bat's grandfather opened the first curry house in Nottingham in the early 1970s. His family then set up a purpose-built bakery factory at Lenton Industrial Estate in 1990 to supply retailers and food service operators with authentic naans and flatbreads. Products are made using bespoke ovens developed themselves that replicate a traditional tandoor. Waitrose Canary Wharf is set to become home to the first in-store Gales takeaway bakery. Set to open on the 6th of June, the first of its kind site for the brand will be 280 square foot in size and serve up a selection of Gales bread, baked goods and specialty coffee, which have been prepared on site to take away. Like the rest of Gales estate, the menu will change seasonally, with current options to include cinnamon buns, croissant sausage rolls, sourdoughs and sandwiches. In addition, customers will be able to order through the Gales Click and Collect service, and the site will also offer home and office delivery for its sharing ranges. The opening comes just over a year after the business extended their partnership with Gales branded fixtures, rolling out to 264 of the retailer's stores. As part of this, Waitrose doubled the range of Gales sourdough loaves and other baked goods it stocked, with new additions including crackers, baguettes, bagels and muffins. The retailer has been stocking Gales bread since 2010. Notably, Waitrose Canary Wharf accounts for nearly 5% of the total Gales Waitrose sales. Nationally, sales of Gales lines within Waitrose stores are up 35% year on year. We're delighted to be opening one of our neighbourhood bakeries within the Canary Wharf Waitrose. We look forward to further strengthening our partnership with Waitrose and welcoming the community to our latest craft bakery, said Gales MD Marta Pogrosweska. Waitrose said the latest opening reinforced its commitment to enhance and improve its experience for customers and builds on its wider strategy to invest in stores through upgrades, refurbishments and new openings. Building on our successful partnership with the launch of a new and innovative Gales bakery is hugely exciting, said Nathan Ansell, customer director at Waitrose. Synonymous with quality, expertise and taste, Gales very much reflects our own core values, and we know how much our food-loving customers enjoy their products. Gales has been on a growth journey in recent years, having just surpassed a 130-store milestone with 4 new outlets to be added by the end of the month. Despite its rapid growth, Poreska confirmed that the business would remain a place for people who appreciate quality and craft. Planet Donuts has announced the closure of 5 of its 8 stores across the West Midlands and North West, citing difficult trading conditions. In a statement from the Shrewsbury-based donut specialist, and managing director Rob Jones said, "Despite our best efforts and continued support, one of our franchise partners has made the tough decision to close all 4 of their Planet Donut stores in Widnes, Warrington, St Helens and Newcastle upon Lyme. We sympathise with our franchisees as trading on the high street has been difficult in recent years." In addition to the franchise closures, founder Duncan McGregor has also decided to close one of his stores in Lichfield, noted the managing director. Duncan's original stores in Shrewsbury, Chester and Telford will remain, but will be rebranding to offer more than just donuts. Planet Donut will continue to supply all 3 stores with our donuts. More details on the rebranding are to be revealed in the coming weeks. Planet Donut's wholesale business appears to be thriving meanwhile. Although retail is hard at the moment, the Planet Donut Central Bakery has never been busier. We're now hand-making, icing, decorating and finishing 10,000 donuts a day in Shrewsbury, and our amazing creations are now more readily available across the UK than ever before. Last August, the company landed a deal with retailer Co-op to stock its product range at more than 70 stores across central England. Jones noted that Planet Donut also supplies a long list of stockists, from farm shops to garden centres, pub chains, venues and the country's largest sporting stadiums. We continue to supply most major retailers and wholesalers, meaning that we can deliver to every corner of the UK so that more people can seize the donut. Planet Donut previously harboured big ambitions to expand its retail footprint in the UK. In April 2022, it declared an aim of having more than 50 outlets in operation by the end of 2025. Last year, it had as one of the 3 brands tipped to appear on its bakery market report in the near future, along with fellow donut brand Project D and East Anglian chain 2 Magpies Bakery. While none of these companies were able to make the cut, the 13 shops of the top 75 out-of-home businesses listed in this year's bakery market report, 2 Magpies came closest, adding 2 new sites to its estate last year and a 10th in recent weeks. It also won Britain's Best Cake 2024 for its salted caramel and almond brownie, with capacity at its new central bakery to support a growth of up to 30 shops. Similar to Planet Donut, Project D has also struggled with maintaining its shop estate of late. 3 months of losses at the turn of the new year forced it to close its kiosk in Nottingham's Victoria Centre and more recently its flagship store in New York.